Oh.
I mean, if you can get it, then sure, go for it. Fuck it, why not?
We are live, boys and girls.
Wait, we're live? Wait, are we actually live, or like what's happening right now?
We actually live?
Oh yeah, we're live.
Oh shit!
Hold on.
Fuck. I mean, yeah.
Is like on video? Like we're on YouTube
Just
right now. Your intro is playing, or what's going on, Mort?
There's a
You
thumbnail.
can't
up
just
there
be
right
like,
now.
oh, by the way, you're live.
5 ugly mugs up there, one of them missing.
Oh, I can hear us. We are very live.
Yeah. Usually
God
it gives.
damn it, Mort.
Usually, when I go to stream it, it tells me, "Are you ready to go live?" And instead, it just launched and went
you
live.
fucking ass.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, how did I never notice the Schwartz ring? It's fucking amazing! Yes! Yes! How did I never notice it before? It's fucking perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And there goes
Can I get you like a better picture?
Not just from you, from all of us. Yay,
We all need better pictures, but it's kind of funny that it's shit pictures, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, it's better off that way.
My picture's so shit.
All of ours are. Look at mine. It's great.
I'm gonna mute for
Look
a
at
minute.
Mort's. Mort's is hilarious. And look at Wolf. Looks like he's taking a poop.
I mean, it's amazing that Mort's conehead because you know his head's too big.
Oh, why do you think I did that? Shut up.
Ricky P kind of looks like he's in a helicopter right in that photo.
Yeah, he does. He's doing the helicopter dick.
The helicopter dick.
Hi, puppy. Letting him roll in here for a minute. Get that shit in here, people.
Oh, Dylar. We got Dylar in there.
If I had to name my 5 favorite rappers, they'd be Dylar, 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 Dylar. Dave
Who's the
Chappelle?
6?
Nobody.
7, 8, 9. Yeah. I've got a special guest coming to join us here shortly. My dog Coco. I mean, SirLoki's here too. All right, let's see. Let's get that. What do they say? Let's get that shit in here. Welcome back. I am Fort of the Mortimus. Wolf is still not on camera. Loki still setting up. I think he wants to smoke stogies, so he's getting set up in his garage.
Give me a damn second.
Better late than never, Wolf. That's all I have to say. We're on YouTube. You know where to find us. Up round button. Get that in here. And don't forget, hit that follow button if you're not already. You guys are amazing. And if you want to see a hilarious video, the start of it anyway, giving shit to Ram about how to complete the WAP mission with the Geos.
Off.
I posted one today, this afternoon. It was supposed to go out this morning, but I put it on the wrong date. So I just launched it today. Yeah.
Good job.
I was drunk. What do you want me to do?
Do better.
Yeah. Hey, at least I did the mission right. Well, as soon as Whoopi gets here, we'll get fired up and get rolling. But as for right now,
This guy right here.
did it post in Discord that we're live, Ram? Did
Yes.
not. Did it? Where?
It posted.
I don't see it in Discord, buddy. Oh, I see a
Do
video.
you not see it?
Okay, it did. I hate Battalion. Okay. All right.
Jesus Christ.
I was expecting it to go live. I mean, go live is go live, but I guess that's a Twitch one, so, you know.
That is the Twitch one. That's why it doesn't do that.
Give a brother a chance to learn. It takes me longer
We
than
got
most.
we
all
got
right?
Ranger in here too. What's up?
God damn.
We got Ranger in chat. We got Loki on mute.
Ranger danger. Ranger danger.
You know it's hot when Loki's on mute.
Oh, 100%. Loki's been asking to come on, and I said, tonight's the night, buddy.
Hey.
Wait, come on, where?
Coming out.
I dressed up for the
Come
occasion.
on, these nuts!
He can't even grace us with his presence. I dressed up. We're hanging out here in Coruscant, and the man can't even give us his attention or his time. For fuck's sake!
Damn it, Mort!
And now Mort's leaving.
And we lost Mort, professional streamer over there. I mean,
Rip.
seriously, who just like hops off? I mean, just seriously.
Hey, you guys are here to entertain, damn it.
whoa, hold on.
Ooh, I made it to the top. Pointing down.
Oh, don't worry. Ram will be bottom bit shortly.
I'm just waiting on Loki.
I was worried about Wolf not turning his camera on. I thought he was going to have major issues, so I went ahead and got prepared in case I had to do something.
God damn it.
Make sure that Wolf showed up tonight.
Oh,
just
shit.
in case. Yeah, you farting asshole. Get that shit out of here.
God damn it, fix your green screen.
I just did.
Green
Check your
screen
horn
show.
file.
There it is.
Get that shit out of here.
You see anything black in the background, it'll be my dog. She's blending in with my background.
Ranger Dialar, Eduardo, how we doing tonight?
Do we really need more? Get that shit out of here, Ed. All right, start it out. I am not Wolf, but I look like him.
God damn.
Today
All right, well, you got
Gus.
the agenda, so
I got the actual Wolf right
take
here.
it away.
Oh, it's your agenda, big boy. I'm gonna let you roll with it. Fredo.
Hey, you lead the show. Start us off.
God damn it! I got Ram down below me, and then hiding
Below
on
you?
mute right now. is
Damn right he's
SirLoki.
below you.
Yeah. Take my magic off.
I'll below you any day.
Although not directly below you. I'm directly below you. That's very strange.
don't know how
I'm
you do
usually I'm bottom.
With that beard, man, I got so much hair in my mouth right now. It's more than when I'm around
Looking
Ram.
up at you, but now I'm kind of in this Mort Ram sandwich, and Fredo's the little icing on top, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah.
But we're gonna roll with it and see how it goes.
Yeah, let's roll with that.
It's not gay when it's in a quad way.
It's in a quad way. Anything more than 3 makes it not gay, all right? We act like we're on Twitch
think
here.
that's
but we're really
solid
YouTube.
logic.
Let's turn them all off.
Makes sense to me.
All right, where you
Well,
want to
this
start?
is good. This is going well, Ranger. Good call.
Yeah. Off to a hot start. Let's fire up through there, kids. What do you got, Wolfie? Let's start off. We got gear changes. See that first.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna start with a little bit of light discussion while we wait for some people to trickle in. Sound good?
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah, like how did I?
Right, yeah, like the big sort of thing obviously is the whole road ahead and all that all sort of stuff, which we got to discuss.
Hold on.
But for now,
I'd love to hear
we can talk
GAC.
about.
He's not even listening to you.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Fuck you, Mort.
Yeah.
For now, we got first week of GAC happened. We got first round of this week happened with Maul. Fredo, start with you. How we doing?
Man, we had a blast in GAC. I started out very first round. I full cleared and did I had a pretty tough opponent and somehow still ended up number 5 in Division 3 up until right when it did the switch over into the attack phase for the next round. Absolutely dominated. Second round, third round, I had one of my hardest defenses I've ever gone up against. 3 GLs on defense, and I happen to have 4 now. So we may or may not have left JMK. Absolutely torched this guy, got the full clear, had some science fun, and got the 3 W's off to the correct start. And might I mention, it wouldn't have happened if it weren't for spreadsheets and planning.
Yeah.
And so might I remind you, GAC planning wins championships.
Get that shit in here, Fredo.
Y'all and your damn spreadsheets.
Ram will spend anything anytime. Ram Bam,
What?
your turn.
No, it's not.
Wow,
I just said Ram.
Ram, just go. God, Ram.
Cowboy Mary J.
No, so I lost. I went 2-1 last week because my planning at my level never pays off. Go figure. Who cares?
It used to. What happened? Never mind,
I
keep
hit
going.
Division 1. That's what happened. Went 2-1 simply because of auto sets and some guy that went big dick defense and never attacked. So, that's what it was. And then this week, my Maul got a hold. I put Maul on defense. I'm curious to see what he used, but he got a hold on defense. Ultimately, the guy ended up full clearing, one shot my Executor, and I lost by 10 banners. I was so upset because I was perfect on characters. Had I just two-shot his Negotiator, I would have beat the guy. But he somehow got through. He got good RNG, I guess, with the Malevolence versus the Executor, and one-shot mine, and it was game over. He had a two-shot my Negotiator, though. There's Loki.
Unfortunately, that's how it goes.
Oh my God,
hey, Loki, how we doing?
I dig the car.
There he is with the hot ride.
Welcome back.
Unmute when you're ready, big boy.
Loki's
What's
in
up,
his.
guys?
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing, Lucky?
We're just.
Dude, I have like the most minimalistic setup in my garage.
He's in his cigar smoking area.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna relax tonight.
Hells yes.
There we go.
We're just covering GAC right now. So
Yeah, we're just
We'll get
doing a
to that.
little,
What kind of car is that?
BS and
Supra
That is a sexy car.
96.
Is my mic okay? Does it sound
Yes.
okay?
yeah.
Mike sounds great.
All right, sweet.
Sounds better than Rams.
Nah, always.
Wow.
All right.
Robo
Here's
Ram.
Ram Bam.
Huh?
You
What?
done, you done covering yours?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll go.
I don't have
So,
anything to go.
I went to pretty easy 3-0. Sorry, I was gonna figure you go over last
No,
one.
go for it. Go for
I went 3-0. Easy wins.
There's a shocker.
This round went early last night. Actually, I'm sorry, late last night, so early for me. And I probably had my worst played GAC I think I've ever done. Like, just the way I played was all just shit. But I ended up getting victories on all three. So
Whose music
all
is
that
coming
matters.
through?
Probably mine. No,
it. Okay, I think.
I can definitely hear music.
oh, I could just hear mine. So not a clue. But yeah,
But what kind of music is
3-0
it?
and 3-0 this round as well. So far, the accounts. Wolfie.
Unfortunately, it seems that my matches are pretty much coming down to RNG with the Executor. So I am seriously considering just pulling that thing off of defense and just throwing it on offense and just giving myself the guaranteed over here. Because round one last week, auto set, full clear, easy, no problem. Round two, faced a Executor, one shot it, got the win, no problem. Round three, faced an Executor, had the two shot it, ended up winning by 3 banners. Could I have made up those banners elsewhere? Yeah, I screwed around a lot. I did some stupid crap. I put Mace with JMK. You know, there was a lot of things I could have done better. But in the end, it's really just coming down to this RNG with the Executor counters, and it's really getting a little bit tiring. I'll be honest, but that's how we go sometimes, unfortunately. So 2-1 to start off, and this week is not looking so much better. So we'll see if we can turn it around a bit.
Wolfie, on that note, do you think they'll bring us another capital ship that rivals the Executor anytime soon?
Capital ship that rivals the Executor, no. Another ship that is going to make other fleets able to counter the Executor?
Get that
Sure.
shit in here. Yeah.
Like
I'm
Red, do you
thinking
think Red 5
Luke's
could make the Rebels possible to beat
I
them?
don't think they'll. I mean, they may call it Red 5, but Luke's X-wing. It was Red 5 for one battle, and then Luke's X-wing for the rest of his entire career. So if they want to call it Red 5, they can call it Red 5.
Hey,
yeah.
it destroyed the Death Star. That's pretty important.
It did. Well, Luke did. But anyways,
The Force did.
I think that's what's coming. I just wanted to, while we were kind of somewhat hedging on the topic, I wanted to throw that in there. Is that I think there's a couple things that are kind of like, if I had to read the tea leaves, one thing is like Din Djarin and Mandalore, and then this Boba Fett's going to be required to get it. The other thing being Executor. Obviously, they're going to have a counter to it at some point. And I see that being Red 5 or Luke's X-wing.
Luke's X-wing. Yeah, Luke's X-wing I can definitely see coming in at some point.
But why not another Millennium Falcon?
Yeah, why not 4? We could do with another Millennium Falcon. Sure, why not?
Only
Loki
if
has-
they, wait, what's the guy's name? Nim, or what's the guy's name?
Nine Numb?
Nim Num.
If they
Yeah.
I mean,
brought him
I would
into
like
the
to point
game-
out. I would like to point out that young Lando is the login reward. I'm just saying.
All right, Loki's here too, and Loki got to do
Anyways,
2 GACs
yeah,
this week.
I tried to ask Loki, how's your GAC? We can do a quick recap of your second GAC.
Hang on, what second GAC? The first round of the
All right,
second?
your actual GAC,
It's
your
Speed Gag
your
and actual.
your account, and then
Oh.
and then we can talk a little speed gag.
Oh, I thought that was further down the agenda, but that's
It is. It is, but someone brought it up.
my
You did.
no, last week I did good in regular GAC, not like my speed GAC or Crumb speed GAC, but last week was it was good last week. The first round I actually did it on Van Seal's stream. Actually, I wanted to say thanks for having me on. You know, this is a long time coming. I wanted to
Yeah,
talk the game with you guys because I always like to talk about the game. So
God damn it,
but
Cheers.
first round, if you guys caught Van Seal's stream last week, I don't know if it's still on Twitch or not, but
it is.
I extended his it went an extra 2 hours because of my battle, and I apologize for that, but that was it was pretty epic. We grinded down 2 teams to get 2 ships, you know, and I ended up getting the win, which was really good. Learned a few things, and then the second and third rounds I prevented full clears from both of my opponents. A lot of them are very efficient players. The 3 GL route was good for me in my bracket and my division, and it was good, man. I mean, everybody didn't have an answer for C because I baited out all the counters in the front wall, you know, that you would use on Sith Eternal. So I hit him in the back. I put, you know, the JMK, I put Ray, switched those up, but it was good, man. LV's a monster on defense.
You put
know,
Sith Eternal
so-
on defense in 3v3.
I did, yeah.
That was-
I have all the GLs. I mean,
Okay.
he
What were the
sucks.
teams?
What was the lineup?
Yeah, what was the lineup?
Oh, I changed it up. I mean, I went from like Sith Eternal, Malik, Sith Marauder to just Sith Empire Trooper Marauder.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I've heard
Dooku. I think
Thrawn in
Dooku saw
there.
something in there, but
You need a GL for it. It makes sense.
yeah. I mean, you know, if I'm playing against efficiency players, I got to prevent the one shot. That's the way I think now. If they 2-shot it, then their plan went to shit because they're efficiency players.
Yep.
So you catch them off guard like that, and it worked out. I prevented 2 full clears. Did really well. Did full clears myself, so it was good. I went 3-0.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
See, at this point, C is a lot better on defense. Vader does not work nearly as well against him, and you know, obviously, troopers have been pretty well nerfed against him. As you know, in 5v5, I don't know if they work very well against him in 3v3, anyways. But he has certainly gotten more viable on defense. You know, obviously, still beatable. We've seen some footage of Maul.
Can I mention my
smashing
first round
through
today?
him. But go for
Just
it,
real quick,
yeah.
because you were mentioning Maul earlier, dude. I got
Yeah,
destroyed.
let's talk some Maul.
Yeah, I got destroyed today. I almost didn't full clear today, actually. I went up against another efficiency opponent, but he put the LV Maul roll guard team on
okay.
defense.
Ooh.
And dude, totally caught me off guard because last week we figured out, you can bring in like JML, Jedi Knight Luke, and and maybe Hermit Yoda, and you can take out the LV double tank, short trooper stormtrooper roll guard or short trooper roll guard. That's not the case with Maul anymore. You know,
just for reference, is your JML Relic 9?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so that is a big protection bonus for your
Yes.
for the leader ability over there. So just for
Yes.
frame of reference.
But
but
my Relic 8 JML did the exact same thing against the Lord Vader with Darth Vader and Royal Guard.
It does make a difference, though.
It makes a difference, but I was able to clear with the Relic 8 as well. So it's not just saying Relic 9 can do it.
Yeah, so last week that was the counter kind of that I was already okay. Well, I'll keep this. I totally derped this time around. I actually tried to do SLKR Watt on it, and Maul potentially, if he's modded right, and I faced a really fast Maul with a lot of health, or actually he has a lot of protection, and then it converts to health under LV lead. But what I'm getting at is his Maul basically almost one-shot my SLKR. And it's because the way the AI does it is it pukes out the 5 turns of seething rage. Right? He spits out all the anguish into Kylo, and then it does the AoE. I almost lost him, like one-shotted. Like he almost one-shot me that time. And then in the battle, 2 minutes in, I eventually lost. And, you know, that wasn't happening with the double tank. So then I brought in Jedi Master Luke. Wow. And I almost lost again because I didn't beat anybody. And so we need to figure out, you know, the community needs to figure out maybe a safer counter that you can one-shot LV. But he's the real deal, man. I mean, I'm sure JMK Cat can one-shot him.
JMK Cat for sure.
Yeah,
sure.
But I'm also worried because of the faster Maul, man, because his Maul was like 370 speed, right? It wasn't what, you know, we thought, you know, people are modding him, you know, with offense mods or whatever. So 370 speed Maul, his Lord Vader got to ultimate like turn 3, I think, because that's what it does. And it's scary, man. Seriously, it's a scary team in 3s. We already know it's kind of a scary team in 5s. So, but I did win my first round is what I'm getting at. And I got to be a little more cautious with that Maul team with LV and Maul now, you know?
Yeah, I went offense and health on. So I have Mauls as well. I went all the way to Relic 8, but I do not have Lord Vader. I've only got 4 GLs, everyone except for Lord Vader and Rey. So I got him hanging out with some Mandalorians. So I was running him with Bo-Katan and Candyman. I got offense and health mods on him, you know, health primaries, offense primaries. He's at 326 speed, so he's, you know, could be speedier, but he's, you know, that's a pretty decent offense set, plus 137 over there. And I kept him for offense this time. Whenever I have a new toy, I like to keep him on offense just to see what he can, what they can tear through. And went through a Bad Batch team like they weren't even there. Wrecker just went down, just again like he wasn't even there. This guy is an absolute beast, even if you don't have Lord Vader and you know, that whole entourage to go with.
Somebody's commented in chat that they were taking him down with Jawas.
Arnold apparently took him down with Jawas.
If you have really built up Jawas, any sort of mass assist team can be taken down, you know, by the Jawas and the thermal deaths and everything. Especially somebody who's built for high health, like Maul may be built for. You know, for that percentage health damage. So
there's Ricky P.
Yeah, all the mass assists and whatnot for sure. But Maul is an absolute monster. If you're using him for you know, for stuff on offense, like Loki was saying, we've seen stuff in 5v5. You know, him doing some serious work. This guy is a beast. And Rambam, you put him on defense this time?
I put him on defense with Dooku, and I geared up Canderous. I geared up Canderous, I put him on defense with Bo-Katan. I'm sorry if I said Dooku. Put him on defense with Bo-Katan, and then I geared up Candyman to, I think, like Relic 3 or Relic 4 for this GAC specifically, just to mess around and see if I could. It seems to have hold. I mean, I don't know what my opponent used. I'm curious to see what he used, but I mean, it's not the most well modded. I certainly have work to do on the team. It's a Relic 7 Maul, but man, God, it's I dig it. And I don't have Lord Vader, so I'm still quite a ways out from that.
I'll see.
He's a lot of fun.
A year and a half.
Now he's a lot of fun, but Loki, I gotta ask you: you're still running JMK Cat and Arena, or you're running Lord Vader Maul?
So the climb with Lord Vader Maul, for me is a lot easier. As long as you target Cat, you know. So he's got little glitches in his AI, right? Like he doesn't target Cat like I want him to. When he has 5 stacks of Anguish, you would think his priority is cat. Well, it's not. He randomly targets whoever he wants, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah. I've expressed that to CG. I said,
wow.
Hopefully they can fix it. But there's times he's like targeting snips, and then he'll go all in on GK, which is what he does. But if he hits cat, then you can pretty much put it on auto. And I'm using the recommended team that CG recommended.
Top
so
party.
it's the to climb an arena, it's super easy. The one with Piet, Darth Vader, roll guard, and then Maul.
Okay.
Like it's solid. Defense, my shard mates always hit me because they see it and they're, I want to practice. I'm like, yeah, man, go ahead. And they're beating it with standard JMK cat. So I mean, they
Sure.
It seems like they cancel each other out. It's the balance, whatever. But again, he's got little glitches as an AI I'm seeing. And they tell me too. They said if they attack my team and Maul goes after cat and increases her cooldown, it's a little bit of a harder battle. But
and that also makes it harder to plan for it to counter it. Because honestly, if the AI was consistent and always went for cat first, then you could plan for that and you could use JMK's middle ability and then use the cooldown, cleanse, cooldown reduction on cat, get the insta kill and go about your day. But it being random just throws your whole plan off, and you got a 20% chance that you're screwed, depending on what you do. So that's very interesting.
I agree.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, but I'm happy with him. I mean, it's a much easier climb, because I hate squad arena. I want to put it on auto and just go about my day, but it just seems like it's a better climb.
There are a few weird AI things too. I mean, even with like JMK mirror matches, you have always the AI. If you have gas on your team, they're not going to go after cat. They're going to go after gas first. I don't know why it's always programmed to go after gas, but it always means you win the game. You win the mirror match because they always mess it up.
Yeah, I agree. I noticed that too.
The AI is really weird about some of these higher level teams.
Only
and I think
mirror I like is the one
they're
I look
probably
into.
designed on purpose to not be perfect, be on purpose. I'm willing to bet the whole Lord Vader thing, Maul not targeting the right person is so that it's not so that you have a chance.
I'm actually surprised. I figured, if Maul was going to be the counter to the JMK cat team and everything, I was 100% expecting him to just go right for cat with the cooldown increase. So I'm honestly very, very surprised, and would also not be surprised if they change that. As Loki was sort of hinting at in the future. But all right, so Maul is finally here. He's a lot of fun. We've got a number of other things to talk about. Road ahead. I guess we'll start off with a little bit of light stuff over here. Gear changes. We got some Mace is finally useful over here. We're getting some. He's giving us some stun guns. Ram. Tell me your thoughts. Oh my God. All right.
Useful mace.
Moving on. All right. So what else are we talking about? So we had a daily prize box. No. Ram.
Yeah, no, Mace is finally getting some love, but it's not the actual character of the game. It's just his event, the challenge mode that has been panned by everybody since like the dawn of time. Mark IV stun guns have been utterly trash in comparison to what most players need at the end game level. It just goes into salvage now. So the fact that they're giving stun guns, which is a minimum of 3 per sim, so 5, that puts you at what? It's 15 per day,
minimum.
so 45 minimum per week that you're going to get, not to include the box at the end of every day. If you finish all the dailies, you have a chance to get 4 to 7 stun guns from there. So you could potentially wind away with, at least 1, possibly even 2, if you're lucky, stun guns a week, full stun guns, which is just amazing.
Well, that was the other thing that they did. They added the stun guns and a couple other things to the daily
stun guns, Carboti's eyeballs.
To the daily prize box.
You get eyeballs as well.
An extra pack over there. So yeah.
Yep, you get eyeballs as well from the Mace event. So Mace's event has become doubly useful, which is it's what I've always wanted.
Mace and useful in the same sentence. Okay, moving on.
is that what you've always wanted, Ram? Or
I mean, I've wanted a lot more than that, but I will take it one step at a time. Okay,
one step at a time.
One step at a time.
Fair enough. So yeah, increase in the gear over there, the daily challenges, the daily prize boxes for finishing your dailies. The galactic challenges will have a little bit extra gear. So they're definitely doing some things to ease the gear crunch, as they've said. In the near future, they're going to be adding in the increased drop rate in some of the gear for hard nodes. They have some TB rewards increasing for not maxing it out. New slot in the shard shops. They got a couple more things coming along. But for now, they've. I'm definitely liking those changes, because especially for the stun cuffs. A lot of these things, are big, mid, late, whatever, wherever you are in the game. The stun cuffs are actually one of the big ones, because like the Gear 12, the right side finishers, the furnaces. Those
everybody needs, and then
those freaking furnaces. Yeah, Fredo, go.
Arc needs 2 of them, and oh god, they're the worst. The goddamn furnaces. I hate those furnaces.
They are bad.
Oh wait, I can't cuss on YouTube. I'm sorry.
Okay, we are way past that, Fredo. Yeah. Like with literally the intro, we were past that. Okay?
So fuck it. So can I say fuck it?
we lost 20 viewers right off the bat from all of it. Funny.
Oh man,
you see me, Ricky P. I'm playing the video of the on silent, but I'm playing the video they put out for the road ahead right now on the stream. I don't know if you guys saw it, but so Doja and Crumb have joined us tonight, even though they weren't invited.
something like that.
How's it feel? All right, I'm not hurting. All right, where are we at?
So, a little bit of increase will help all players wherever you're at in the game. More of this gear is never a bad thing. So next little thing on the road ahead, login calendars. You're going. They were. I didn't watch the whole video, so I definitely need to watch that.
Wow!
I know.
How do you not watch the whole video, dude?
Did you see? Wow! Did you see you could buy the Omicron in the shipment store?
What's up?
You can buy the Omicron in the shipment store.
Yeah, you can farm it too in the cantina.
98.50 of the whatchamacallit shards, the shard store currency. I don't know why they just wouldn't put it in that store, but okay. Anyway, go on.
Mm-hmm. So you got the login calendar. You can activate the extra calendars. Extra rewards, extra different timetables, different things over there.
Yes, Tyler.
How are you guys feeling about that little extra monetization going in there?
It's about fucking time, is what I think. I mean, Jesus, like it has been a nightmare for the gear crunch, especially with all the new characters, and you need so many so quickly. It's not possible without spending a fortune or getting this little bit of reprieve that will allow us to not have to feel so pressured. I'm pumped. I don't think it's enough, but I think it's enough for right now, I guess.
It's a start.
It's a start.
Exactly. It's a good start.
Yeah. People want to spend. I'm okay with them spending. They keep the game alive. I don't feel like they're getting ahead of me because I'm not in a rush to get anywhere. So
I'm still gonna. There's those every time these $5 packs. They just showed up yesterday. These $5 packs though that give you like 2 full gear pieces or a gear piece and a half. That's normally like $20. I always end up with.
Oh,
that.
Yeah, the Zeta
you're right,
one.
Wardy.
I'm kind of actually
100%.
looking at the Zeta one.
It's $5. It's called the Gear Completion Bundle 1.
Which one are you talking about? I don't see the gear completion bundle.
Gear Completion Bundle 1.
Oh no, I see those now.
There's a
Is it the one with
$5
Kairos in it, or is it the stun guns and?
It's
stuff like
got
that?
2 Kairos. It's also
yeah.
got
Eyeballs.
Carbonti, stun cuffs, stun guns, and eyeballs. And it's you get one full piece of one thing and then half of another. And it's for $5. You're normally paying 10 for a full piece anyway, so you're getting 1.5 pieces for $5. I buy all of them every time.
Yeah.
Sorry to go off to the side.
Going back to
No,
the
go for
calendar
it.
thing, did they mention how are we getting the calendar thing? Was it going to be like ally points or something like that, or?
No, you can. So they're gonna do like event themed things. So like if they're doing Maul right now, or if they do a new Journey character, they might throw like this week we're gonna give you a couple extra shards of whatever it is that you need to get the Journey. But they said you can also, but they said specifically you can buy them.
It's
But there's
crystals
some that-
or
Oh, I guarantee you're gonna spend money.
Somebody was
on
telling
it.
me it was like an
You'll
off
spend like
currency.
$10
Was
or
it ally
something,
points or
sure.
something? Like it was some.
No
Or
way.
am I thinking shard shop? I don't know. I mean,
There's
I
a
don't know.
shard
Yeah,
shop
I'm
thing,
not
but
sure.
not for that.
I haven't seen
There's a
anything
lot
that
of
actually
shard shop
specifies
stuff.
yet. Yeah. I'm assuming it starts
okay.
in November
Yeah,
when
and
the extra calendar comes out.
From what I've seen, they've been very non-specific as to that sort of stuff. So I wasn't sure if I was just going crazy or what.
Yeah, because right here it
But-
shows find more calendars, and they're showing the October login rewards, but I don't have that screen, so I'm assuming it's coming out in
Right.
November. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
so they said that those calendars are not going to be. It's not all the time active, right? So there's going to be like special events. So we might get a login calendar for instance, for the 6-year anniversary. We might get a special login calendar for that week where you log in every day. You not only get the month of November rewards, but you also get the special week, login rewards for that day, or maybe Christmas, or Thanksgiving, or, some other type of thing, or maybe May the 5th or May the 4th, Revenge of the 5th, something like that. I kind of feel that's what their intention is currently behind the additional calendar.
It seems like it.
Barry J's saying something about it's 100K ally points for one calendar.
See, that's what I was talking about. Like I thought we were talking about that last night on AP's stream. Like somebody said it, and I was like, "Oh, okay."
I
'Cause
haven't
that's
seen
not
anything on that.
hard to get either, right? I mean, that's good news. That's great news, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good thing I have 327K saved up.
There you go, brother.
I only got 60. I just burned mine about 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
see, I always use mine, so rip.
I'll usually keep a stash of them, and then I'll burn through 100K at a time.
I always keep
I'll
50.
keep a stash.
Yeah, I always keep 50 on me. I just, I burn through anything extra for Shard Shop.
Do you guys remember when CG said, "Oh, you guys can burn your ally
You
points.
want
You
to
won't
talk
need
shit,
them."
Ricky P? Hold on. I'll show you what real ally points are. That shit in
I
here.
don't have that many electrons.
Yeah. Well, because most people actually spend them on opening the bronziums.
Yeah.
That's what they're
I
for.
use the bronziums every day.
They gave us ways to spend your ally points in the weekly shipments for extra gear and extra whatever stuff. It's like shards sometimes. It's mostly gear. So they give us ways to burn the ally points, and I don't know if they're gonna make it now that you need the ally points for the calendars. I was expecting it to be crystals. I'll be honest. I was expecting them to just charge us for it and call it a day. But I guess we'll see what happens. Speaking of monetization, let's get to the next big topic over here. Conquest 10, everybody, starting on Monday.
Yeah, you can keep
Oh
that shit.
yeah, the reward of Old Man Boba. Scion
There you go, Ricky.
TC of Jenga, Boba Fett over there.
You said Boba
So-
Fett?
Yes, Boba Fett, Scion TC
Boba
of
Fett.
Jenga. Cat. Reduced cost of shards. The Wazer quest is gone from the prize box. It is a bounty hunter themed conquest. And
Conquest.
Yes, Conquest. Oh yes, the questing. Oh yeah, the questing. So I assume you guys have looked over some of this.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about the changes?
I think they're good. I think the fact that they're allowing you to buy your way, in essence, to getting better data cards and getting a different path and everything that's going along with it, I think it's great for those tryhards and people that really want to get to these endgame characters such as Boba Fett. I like it. I hate how fast they're moving all these characters, though, is my only concern. What is it, every 2 months?
It's 3 months. It's 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
It's roughly 3 months.
New character every 3 months is fast, man.
Because it's supposed to be 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, sort of thing. But yeah, every 3 months.
Yeah, but it hasn't actually been.
Yeah, they've never actually held to that.
It's supposed to be 3 months, but it's been about 2 months because they in between conquests they take like 5 days off instead of 2 weeks off. So.
Well, because they took a month off between seasons of conquests.
Right.
So
yeah.
They're like making up for lost time over there.
Yeah.
But I guess I sort of skipped over what Mort was talking about. I guess the biggest thing we got to talk about in the conquest is the Conquest Passes. So we said monetization over there, $9.99 US. You get the bonus reward track, extra rewards, and you get shards of the Conquest character. So you can use that currency elsewhere in the for other things, for gear, for relic materials, for whatever the fuck you want. And then for $29.99 US, you get the super extra bonus legit for real pass. Yeah, woo!
Money.
Yeah, same as the last one, but you get extra 25% stamina regen rate, 25% conquest regen rate, extra consumables at the start, free data disk swapping. It just makes your life a lot easier for $30 for 2 weeks of making your life easier. So
I will be doing that on the main, 100%.
Ram Bam is doing it. Loki?
I have to see it more. I have to see the value. I mean, my whole gripe with Conquest is just the time. So I mean, if this truly cuts the time back, then yeah, I mean, I'd be open to it. It's going to save me time. I mean, and that's important. It's important to everybody.
Yep.
I think it's a good thing, man. Honestly, I agree with Mort. I think it's a great thing. I like that they're putting all these really good tunes in Conquest because it opens it up to even the free to play, right? Because you'll eventually get it. I mean, you're not gonna, you might not get the red box the entire, ever, but you'll eventually get it, and you're getting all these goodies along the way. So, it's a good thing, man.
I will not be doing it. I will be autoing as normal. I will take my time as normal, but I don't judge anybody who wants to go after it. Go get it, boys.
I'm not gonna be paying the $30. I'll pay the $10 for the extra little goodies probably. But my problem, and we haven't even gotten on this yet, is that they changed up the feats for the mini bosses and the bosses.
Well, we were gonna get to that. We were just talking about the extra costs and stuff first. But we were gonna get.
Yeah, you're skipping ahead.
But the reason I'm skipping ahead is because I don't want to pay the $30 because even if I could speed it up, I don't have the damn tunes for all these new bullshit feats. So there's no reason for me to get the red crate. There's no reason for me to speed it up. I can take my time and get that 6 crate and not have to worry about speeding anything up because there's no way for me to get the red crate regardless because these new feats are absolute trash. So they're not getting my.
Well, there we go.
I was going to save it for that bullet point of the agenda, but I agree with you. Even at my level, I agree with you because I don't have Fennec. I think I there's a bunch of bounty hunter ones.
I don't have Fennec. I don't have. I mean, there were like 5 people that were listed. Gamorrean Guard. I don't even have him unlocked.
So,
all right. Real quick.
So are we going to talk
real
about
quick?
feats?
Real quick. I'm probably doing the $10 thing as well. Get the extra bonus reward track. I got through the last couple conquests without the 25% BS, without the extra consumables to start. Would I like to swap data for free? Sure, it'd be nice, but it's not the end of the world. But I guess that we're getting fired up here, so let's talk about them feats over here. Let's hear them gripes. Now,
I'll let the people with the gripes go first.
All right, we'll let the gripes take the floor.
Oh, you want me to go first then? Is that what?
Yeah,
you're
go ahead and
saying?
air your grievances.
You're me. All
Air your
right,
grievances.
nobody else has said anything, and nobody else is going to. But because I'm not a whale, and I've only been playing for a year and a half, so like they just now recently
That's
changed
the
it.
definition
Rather
of
than
whale.
What the fuck did he
I said
say?
I'm not a whale or have been playing for 5 years. Like I've only been playing for a year and a half, so I don't
got half
have.
of
But
that right.
you're a whale at that point because you're at, what are you at, 6.5 mil?
6.1.
You're three
That
and
is a whale for a year.
yeah.
For
I-
almost 2
Moving
years.
on.
Almost 2 years. Anyway, so I don't have Zam Wessel unlocked. I think she's 2-star. I don't have they now to do any of the mini boss feats now. I don't know if you can bring it up. I posted it in our roundtable discussion, but there's in the sector 1, there's for the mini boss, you have to win with Zam Wessel, and then you have to win with a full separatist unit. So I can do that. Sector 2, it's Aura Singh, Dangar, and Bosk. I have Dangar and Bosk. I have a 2-star Aura Singh. She has no gear on her. She's not going to survive. Sector 3, Cad Bane and Finnick. I'm not going to get that. I do have Darth Vader though. Sector 4, we got Boba Fett and Dangar. I'll be fine with that. But Gamorrean Guard is for the boss feat. Not going to get that. Finnick Shand and Boba for Sector 5 for the mini boss. And for the boss, it's Beskar Armor Mando with Bo-Katan. Not going to get that because I don't have Beskar Mando unlocked yet. And it's like, all right, well, that's 20 banners right off the top, not including even looking at any of the sector feats. There it is. And let me tell you something.
Well, the sector feats aren't too bad. The sector feats are easy.
The sector feats did get easier, but I'm not getting any of the, like half of those mini boss or boss feats. So why would I spend $30? Why would I spend $30 to speed things up when I'm not going to get it anyway?
Well, we'll have to see how easy it is to cheese some of these things, because my Zam Wessel is not very well geared up. But if you have a team that can kill something very quickly and hide Zam Wessel, or just work it down to to one person left left
Sector
alive.
2.
Okay. Hold on. You can work it down to one person left surviving, and then have old Daka revive them and call it a day. There are certainly ways to cheese through all of these feats. Aura Singh, Dangar, and Bosk. Clearly, you need some bounty hunters for that one, but it's only 2 key cards. Cad Bane and Fennec surviving. That one may be kind of rough again, but it's 2 key cards. Boba Fett and Dangar surviving. That's only 2 of them. But if you have Executor and if you have JMK, your Boba Fett is Relic 8 and your Dangar is Relic 5. So you can put something together with them surviving. Fennec Shand and Boba Fett surviving. Again, you got to protect your Fennec, but if you have a Relic 8 Boba, you should be able to put something together with him surviving. The global feats, the Boba and Fennec and Han Solo in your team, they get the Night Brothers treatment. You put them in with a GL and you call it a day. Are some of these kind of bullcrap? Yes, but a lot of these are pretty manageable. I think Loki, you wanted to say a couple of things.
No, I'm dreading the Fennec Shan. I didn't go for Fennec at all, and I'm probably gonna have to take that route. Maybe I'll pick your brain a little bit, Wolf. But I'm planning to bring like a Relic 8 Boba into the battle, and then Fennec's gonna be hiding 4-star whatever.
Yeah. Fennec
I didn't go for her.
There's 20 key cards requiring her, so.
How many can we miss right now currently? Is it like
I think it's 35.
Yeah, so I'm
And
on
like,
the tip of that. And
well, the global one is easy. It's like, because you remember with like the last one, the Knight Brothers was win battles with Maul and Savage in your team. My Savage is gear 1, level 1. But it makes no difference. He doesn't need to survive. He
doesn't need to
needs
survive,
be
yeah.
on the team.
Yep.
So for that 15 key card global feat, they don't need to survive. They just need to be on the team. So you cheese it with the GL and you call it a day.
Yep.
So a lot of those things you can get by. The one with them surviving, like I said, most of those bounty hunters you should have built up to some degree. Like I said, your aura
maybe you can throw Wat Tambor armor and somebody and pump up the weak tune, and then hopefully they survive.
Put something.
That's what I'm planning to do.
Put Commander Tano in there. Share some stats around. Do something. We will figure out a way.
Yep.
There will be a way that will be found out for a lot of these feats. I have complete faith in the community that day one there will be a guide for every single one of these feats posted on somebody's YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's fair.
Without a doubt.
I myself, again, ain't worrying about it.
No. So you gonna go for easy mode more? Or are you going for the normal mode? You going for the hard mode?
I'll go hard mode every time because the rewards are better. But as high as I can get is what I'll go for. I may try easy mode.
I hear that. I'll get as high as I can get too, buddy.
But it'll all get done on auto. Be assured.
Yep.
What do you think about the easy mode though? There's been a lot of requests for
I think it's
for
great.
that, and
Smaller players
finally throwing that in.
Yeah, I think it's great. They've now expanded.
Can you get the
quite a
character
bit.
shards in easy mode as well?
Good question. We're gonna find out.
Okay.
Let me double check and
Yeah, because then it just
in the
adds to
road
that
ahead,
comment I made
'cause I do not
earlier where
remember.
easy mode, any player, these really, again, the Conquest tunes are really good. They've proven to be good. And it feels like if they add the easy mode, then any player has the opportunity to get it, which is great,
They got the one-way route at the end of the Conquest, so you've got a lot of additions. It's really good.
I assume that there will be some shards of the Conquest character available from easy mode, but they don't specifically say how many. At least in the road ahead.
I'm assuming you'll be able to see that when you go to check and see if you want to do easy hard or super hard.
I would imagine before you.
I want them to add a
actually lock
nightmare,
in.
like a challenge Conquest. That's what I want them to add.
Oh God, Loki, you monster!
No, like seriously, this is what I'd really love this. I'd want them to put just like a raid boss character, and every day I send in my entire roster to chip away at it, and I have 13 days to beat one battle, and then I get everything, But if I can't beat it, then I'm SOL, I think that'd be stupid fun.
Yeah.
So like you get your own Rancor, and you need to beat down that Rancor.
Hell yeah, man!
your
13
own.
days, you'd be able to
Refreshes every day.
Yeah, and if your entire roster's on stamina regen, that's hilarious. I think that just would be ridiculous.
That's try hard for try hard.
Or put like 4 Rancor characters, right? And then we just chip away at it,
I can dig it.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
And you dig it.
I'd do it. I log in every day. I'd do it. No doubt. All right, what's next there, Wolfie?
All right, so hold on.
Oh, hold on.
I gave everybody else a chance to go.
Rebuttal time.
God damn it.
Oh yeah, we're not done
I have
yet.
a hot take on this one.
We're not done yet.
Oh, well, you haven't done it yet? We'll go.
No. I'm telling Mort that we are not done yet. He's trying to move on.
He got quiet.
And I'm saying you got the fucking floor.
Okay. Well, thank you.
I thought he fell asleep in his chair.
Cheers.
I'm sorry. Am I Wolf?
Excuse me. I'm on stream.
I had to
I'm
disconnect
not on a
Wolf.
Discord
Off topic.
call with you where you're passing out. And all right. Anyways, go on.
Anyways, all right. I'm actually very excited for the Conquest changes. And the reason why I say that is, even at my level, I have an 8 mil account. Okay, Conquest has not been it's not something that was designed for everybody to be able to clear. It's designed for the top end player, right? It's designed for everybody to be able to participate, but if you want the max rewards, you either whale or you theory craft your way through it like some people have, or the majority of it just have the roster, right? The majority of these feats, our last conquest, right? The feedback that most of the creators, I was there with Ranger, I was there with Grid, I was there with Heinze, we all gave like the same feedback to CG. We don't like the feats. We don't like the way the energy's set up. We don't like the way, having to do all the feats. And some of that looks like it's been changed now. Point in case, we have 7 feats for global. That stayed the same, right? But if you look, each mini boss has 2 instead of 3. Now, if you are efficient, if you are smart with it, you can go in and only do 2 battles. You don't have to do 3. Whereas the old way was you had to go in with a full light side, you had to go in full dark side, and you had to go in with undersides. That was a minimum of 60 energy per battle.
Shit.
Huh?
So I ain't got to do shit. Don't tell me what to do. You're not my dad. Go on.
Exactly.
But that was a minimum of 60 per mini boss, which times that by 5. That's what you had to do. Now you're only using 40, right? If you're efficient. If you're not efficient, then so be it. But if you're efficient, you're only using 40. The bosses, some of the bosses,
and they're pretty much
had
use this
4?
team with bounty hunters, and then use no bounty hunters on your team.
Right.
So it's basically don't use bounty hunters. Great. All right. Use whatever you want.
It sucks for the people that don't have bounty hunters, and I completely understand that. I have bounty hunters, so maybe I'm looking at it from a biased perspective, but I also understand that my alt's going to really struggle on this one, if I even attempt conquest on my alt. But the main, I've geared up the bounty hunters, and I really enjoy my bounty hunters, but I don't have Fennec, right? But I'm looking at the feats. The Fennec ones don't look all that bad, honestly. I don't have Aura Sing. They don't look all that bad. It says do it with them surviving. That can be cheesed with armor. That can be cheesed with Watt. That can be cheesed with a few tanks. That can be cheesed with like a JML with Watt.
We'll see what the team
anything
that
of that
they're
comp,
facing.
right?
Yeah.
We don't know what the enemies are, right? But there's none of these feats look outright impossible. I'm sorry if you don't have a Relic 9 Mace Windu. Maybe you should do that, because Mace Windu surviving is pretty easy. Just throwing out there.
Oh shit!
But none of the feats look bad. And if you notice, right, the bosses went down from like 4 to 5 feats. It seemed like to only 2 now.
Yeah.
Right. And then the sector feats. What did the sector feats have? They had 5, 6 feats, and now it's only 4.
They've certainly gone parsed the feats down a good amount.
Now my only concern with this, and again, we don't know because we haven't seen, the Conquest map has not come out yet. My only concern was
some data mines,
that we could know. We had 35 tickets that we didn't have to get in the old Conquest. With the less feats, that number is presumably a little lower. So there's less wiggle room. I'm not
35.
Sure. I don't know. If it's still the same, then that's even better, in my opinion. But if it's not, maybe if it's lower or something, then it gives you a little less wiggle room. Maybe that's a compromise. The other thing that I really enjoy that they did with Conquest, they're giving you the opportunity. All these people that are complaining about feats, Ferrido, this might be your route. And again, we don't know about the rewards, or at least I don't know about the rewards. Maybe the rewards are different, and they probably are. And it makes sense for them to be a little bit different because you're putting less effort into it. But that alternate route that they're talking about, where you can go more combat and less feats, that might be the route that a lot of people end up having to take. And I'm okay with that because, that might be the route that my alt takes because I can't do a lot of these feats on my alt. But if I can go the more combat routes, I have 3 GLs. I can easily squeeze by the combat routes, do some of the feats, and then maybe still get a decent amount of rewards on the alt account.
So what Ryan was talking about is they said that there's this new special path that has been added to the map. And if you follow this path, then it offers additional data discs, some increased rewards, some extra stuff that you go along with this route and everything. And that comes along, I believe. I'm not sure if it comes along with the Conquest Pass or not. I don't know.
No. I'm not talking about that one.
Sorry, separate. I'm
not talking about that one.
Yeah. So the extra special path to the Conquest, the mode I think it's marked off differently, or it should be marked off differently. But if you follow that path, you'll supposedly get extra rewards, extra stuff from it. So you may just need to brute force it if that's what it takes you to get through it.
From what I'm understanding, there's
I was just going to ask you real quick. You mentioned like cheesing, like, because I'm in the same boat. Like, I don't have Fennec, obviously. But
I got her.
It sounds like you yeah, I think I have her like 4th star, whatever, 3-star.
4-star. Whatever the marquee gave me, that's what I got.
Yeah.
But I guess we can hide her behind a GL, right? And it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, only from what I'm seeing, right? The win 20 battles with Boba Fett and Fennec Shan in your squad, that she didn't matter.
For some reason, I was thinking the battle had to have Boba Fett and Fennec like only or something. I don't know. I was just thinking out loud.
No. The only ones that I'm seeing are. It says Fennec Shan has to survive on the boss battle.
Okay. Yeah.
And that one can be cheesed with having a tank like JML and then a Watt and armor. There's ways.
Depends on the bosses if they have AoEs.
Yeah, so we'll see if there's AoE characters. On the bosses,
but
you put a little bit of gear on them, and again, you may need to depend on a revive once you get down to a certain level, and that happens. We'll see what you can do. I mean, you may have to do a couple extra refreshes to get it done, but a lot of these are really, really doable.
To my knowledge, right, and I haven't seen the data mines. To my knowledge, because we have the data mines that get posted in our Discord. To my knowledge, I haven't seen the data mines of the actual enemies that are going to be in there. So maybe the bosses will make it more complicated. But
it's possible.
But from what I'm looking at, based on previous conquests that I participated, I've yet to not red box on my main. Based on what I'm seeing off of these data mines, I have absolutely zero complaints with the changes. I think the changes were beneficial. I think CG took the community's
you got a better chance to red box
debates. You got a better chance at a red box, and they made it.
You may have to
slightly less grindy by removing feats, which is overall what we wanted, because doing 7 feats per zone was outrageous, right? So now they made it less grindy, which I appreciate. It's not perfect by any means, and I'm not trying to say that it's perfect, but I will take this over the last season of Conquest for Maul, 100%.
The only other, I think, really, really big thing that I got to add in for this is, and we'll have to see this on Monday. We'll have no idea until we actually play through it a little bit. But I hope to God, if they're putting less feats, more battles, more actual like territories per zone you need to get through, that there's a little bit more increased variety in teams. I am so tired of seeing the same Padme and Bad Batch and Gas and just the same teams over and over and over again. I would like a little bit of variety. I know it was fun to like find like the one Tusken team in the entire thing, but like give me some like something else to fight.
Right.
Like, give me a little bit of variety over here.
That's like the best RNG you can get, is you get that Tusken team, man. And this last one, I got the Tusken team in every single sector, which is I was like, yes. Yes.
But I'm looking. I don't see. I think there's things that need to be done that could make this better, right? There's obviously feedback that can be presented, right? But like for instance, the idea that I tossed around with Crumb about the data discs. I don't know if you heard about that, Loki, but I was like, well, all these you going after let's say Sector 5. And you finish the boss, you finish all the entire sector, and you get absolutely 0 purple cards. And the purple cards, even if you don't use them, they allow you the opportunity most of the time, unless it's the stupid foresight one, to be able to go back and do cheese some of the feats a little bit easier, right? You should be at least afforded the opportunity to get a purple card at the end of Sector 5. I presented the idea to Crumb of, what if you monetize the data cards, right? If during this sector, when I look at a sector and I pick between data cards, and I know we've all seen it where they're all 3 the exact same data card, and I already have them. why not be able to refresh that for 50 crystals, 100 crystals, something like that, right? Refresh it. I'll refresh that shit all day. Possibly try to get a better card, maybe a Blue Leader's Resolve, or some crazy shit like that. And he seemed to like that idea. I don't know how feasible that is coming to the game anytime soon, but I'm hoping that something of that line kind of comes along.
Conquest, so I would assume we're going to see that soon.
Yeah, so I would assume it's not this. If they didn't announce it in the road ahead, they didn't announce it. Describe it for this thing. We want to see it this time.
It's on its way. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I would not.
I like that idea.
Not be surprised. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you came up with it, I like it as well. It's smart.
The worst ever is when you go to a to get a data disk, and it's 3 of the same data disk.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, that's like stupid.
There's absolutely no reason I should be finishing Sector 4, Sector 5, and still having gray cards at the end of the bosses.
Although a guy that autos
absolutely zero reason.
For me, it's easy decision. Oh, I'll take that one.
Right.
I'm sorry, you guys. I hate to do this in the middle of this. I know we're not done. I have to run. I'm so sorry. There's an emergency that just came up that I have to go take care of.
Fair enough. Go take care of it, Fredo. We'll see you.
Sorry, you all. Thank you all so much, and I will talk to you. There's lots more to discuss, and we will see you back here at the battalion here soon. But
absolutely.
Thank you all so much, and we will be back.
Close out, Fredo. Close out. There you go. All right. Hey, you guys are bigger now. All right. Where were we?
Oh, God.
All right. Now I'm on bottom again. I'm good.
You would be.
That's weird. I'm on top. Okay. All right. I'll take it. All right. Loki, you're officially in the sandwich. Congratulations. Enjoy.
It's not gay if it's in a quad way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the meat in the sandwich.
Smoker's in the middle.
Oh, baby.
All right. So, anyways.
All right. So, where are we at? Conquest.
But yeah, just tying it up. Overall, I like the changes that they presented. We'll have to wait till Monday. Obviously, nothing's finalized. We'll have to wait till Monday and see exactly what happens in Conquest and how the layout looks and how the battle pass works and whatnot. That could obviously affect anyone's decision, anyone's current judgment on it. But based on what I've seen, data mines and road ahead and whatnot, I'm stoked. I like it.
I got to be stuck with Conquest. I think they're doing a good job with it.
This is one of the best road aheads they've come out with. This is probably the best road ahead this year, honestly. Yeah. I feel like the community is not flooded with a bunch of marquees. We're not flooded with a bunch of tunes. It doesn't feel like when Bad Batch came out, right? Like, I mean, it was cool, but then they threw all the tunes at us, and that was super overwhelming. It doesn't feel like when they did Executor Lord Vader, right, all at the same time. So hats off to CG for doing a very I think it's a very community friendly everything's accessible, I feel like, in the road ahead, and hopefully they do more of these, man, because this is the kind of news we needed, and
although they better not be done, because I need my damn ships. What's up, Wrangler? I need my ships. More ships.
They said shiploads of content, right?
They did. Now, to doubly cap off the this little section of the conversation of Conquest, at the end of these batch of conquests, we will be getting the old man knee rocket motherfucking Boba himself, Dad Bod Boba. And he is going to have a little interesting feature in there of the Omicron variety. So yes, he will have his knee rockets. However, they will have territory war specific abilities, and his kit will have a couple of things that says we'll have different things while in territory war. So how do you guys feel about having specific war characters? Because this is a character who is going to have some great utility, but you put him in territory war and a lot of his abilities just get supercharged, just have a lot more interaction, just do so much more.
His leader looks
I guess TW characters in battle, or sorry, TW characters in general. What are you guys feeling?
I don't like it at all, and the reason I say that is because they're looking like they're going to be GL killers. Sorry, I've been quiet.
Take it.
A lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's going to be great because they're going to take out GLs." Well, the guys that are going to have GLs are going to be the guys they're going to get this guy. So really, it's going to be an abundance of more GL killing things. I think it's going to be overwhelming for the TW is right now is screwed up. We're seeing matchups that are so far out of where they should be. And I think this is going to make it worse. I really do. But I don't know.
You think this is going to affect matchmaking somehow?
The matchmaking's already screwed. So I think this is going to make it worse because, like I said, that everybody's saying, oh, they're going to take down GLs. This is going to be the balance of power for GLs on the front wall. The guys that got GLs are the guys that are going to get these out of Conquest. They're going to be the spenders, the big boys, the tryhards. I don't know. I don't see it as a good thing. I think there's a good opportunity, but I think they went around it the wrong way. But I could be wrong. We'll see. Prove me wrong.
So, I don't give a crap about TW. Just putting that out there. I don't care if we win or lose. I don't really care about the rewards. I go full big dig defense every single time. So, I'm probably biased in this. I don't give a shit about the matchmaking. I don't give a shit about the taking out GLs or whatnot type thing. But this might actually get me off my ass and do some offense attacks. Because he looks pretty sick, and I want to use him and not just put him on defense.
He does look like a lot of fun.
Yeah, so...
Okay, let's be real here. All right. Screw the TW aspect of it. Let's talk about that in a minute. Let's just talk about Dad Bod Boba over here, because Dad Bod Boba looks like an absolute beast with his frickin' knee rockets.
I don't like his armor
and shit.
I wish they would have gone with the painted armor. I wish they would have gone with the painted armor.
Well, I mean,
we already have old armor.
We're going to get a painted armor Boba Fett.
Are we though?
After Book of Boba.
There was nothing more epic than him walking around the corner, and this is him. I disagree with you wholeheartedly. This is him.
So the only reason I say I like that scene in episode 5, with Baby Yoda and the Dark Trooper. That was an amazing scene, and I loved it. But God damn it, now I'm not on bottom anymore. But I would have liked the painted armor more so, just because it helps differentiate between the regular Boba that we already have. Yeah, his clothes is different and whatnot, but we already have the regular Boba that has the same kind of armor, and so it just feels like an older version of Boba now. Maybe we will get, to Wolf's point, maybe we will get the current Book of Boba version with the painted armor at some point, probably a legendary or something like that. So, I don't know. That's just me. But I mean, overall, the kit
looks good. He's a dark side attacker, leader, bounty hunter, scoundrel. I'm not Star Wars nerd enough to understand what Scion of Django actually stands for, but maybe someone can explain it to me. Synergy, energy, obviously we talked about in Territory War. The cool part, active abilities have 0 cooldown. That's scary. They're doing a lot of this with these characters, like Maul. Contract can be fulfilled by bounty hunters and scoundrels both. Not just bounty hunters, but scoundrels too. Gain stacks of momentum. And then synergy suggestions, obviously Fennec makes sense. Bando makes sense. IG, all these guys make sense to me.
Mort.
Yeah.
If you, I know you don't read too well, but you might need glasses. But in the FAQs on the post, it actually says, what does Scion mean? This is a descendant, child, or heir, especially of a notable family.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Wardy, for beating it to the punch.
But I mean, theoretically, all the clones in the game are Scions of Django, right? I mean, that's
fair. That's fair. Yeah. Nobody else.
I mean, Omega
Scion
is the Scion of Django,
right? Yeah, technically.
I was really hoping to get Van Seal on here tonight with Loki, but I couldn't. He must be busy. I couldn't get a hold of him. But to kind of talk,
he actually might be at school. I had lunch with him earlier, man. He's like a kid in the candy store right now. That dude theory crafts, and we had lunch for probably about 2 hours. And
I bet he's loving the shit out of this.
You live down there with him?
Yeah,
yeah. He lives like a couple cities over from me. I'm in Orange County. He lives just like over the hill. He's in LA, but it's kind of up in the mountains, kind of up in the hills, but we had a great lunch, and that dude is super excited. And again, it goes back to my comment that I think the community is super excited. Again, he's gonna be accessible, by anybody, by any player. If you're free to play, whatever, you're gonna eventually get him. Hopefully. And echoing your point, Ram, I mean, it does sound like he could go toe to toe with GLs, but remember too, he can probably beat Darth Revan. He can probably beat the other A teams that will help these lower GP guilds. I mean, if the lower GP guilds got a couple of dudes that can get this guy, in a pinch, they can help you take down the walls. They can help you take down those really good A teams still that we still see in Territory War, right?
I don't see him not being able to take out. I don't see him not being able to take out DR anyways, because as it currently stands, Bosk, Django, Boba, Grief, and Mando can take out DRs anyways if modded right, if played right. So with Boba in there, I just feel like it's going to be inherently easy to take out DRs.
He's going to make either bounty hunters or scoundrels better. I'm sorry, Wolf. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying you need some serious investment in those characters, and lower GP guilds are probably not going to have very many people with bounty hunters that are built up to the point that will be taking out Darth Revans and everything. So Boba may not be the difference for them. It could be,
or he may.
He could be, yeah. So I guess what I was getting at was the lower GP guilds obviously are not going to have. Here's the thing about Boba, right? And the way I feel about him is he doesn't have any like Relic 9 requirements, right? He doesn't have Relic 8 requirements. It's just you grind Conquest, and then you can magically get them, and all you really need is to grind out the Omicrons, however that is. Because they did say that you're going to need the Omicrons to enable his desired abilities, right?
Which I haven't gotten any, and I farm them every day.
Well, you get them from Conquest.
You get them from Conquest, but you can also get them from.
Yeah, you get
them from Cantina now, right?
Yeah, I can't.
Hopefully, in the weekly
Cantina
shipments they said too. So
I've gotten 0.
But what I'm getting at is like, if you're a lower GP guild, and let's say you don't have a lot of GLs, at least you got potential a GL killer. That is easier to get than, let's say, even Rey, right? I mean, the requirements for Boba's it's nothing. You just gotta grind out Conquest and get them. You don't need to get a Rose. You don't need, the purses. You don't need that stuff. And if you're a bounty hunter fan like Van Seal is, he's just kind of like, he was super giddy. And he's like, yeah, I can make a scoundrel team with Boba. I can make a bounty hunter team with Boba.
100%.
So it's a good thing, man. Yeah. I
mean, because looking at my bounty hunters are not terrible on my main. I've invested some serious work into them. Fennec Sean is 3-star. She just came out, obviously not wailing on her. Garrido's gear 12. I'm working on taking him up to relics. The only other person that's not relicked is Aura Singh. The rest of them are all relicked. Grief Karga being relic 1 is my lowest out of all of them. Zam, obviously a lot of these GLs are required for Executor, required for whatever the other thing is, Lord Vader. So I'm working on those. And then a lot of them are just good diners.
That thing.
Yeah, the other thing. Yeah. And then you have obviously the good bounty hunters like Bosk and Mando and Grief and whatnot. That's not really required, but the faction, to me, bounty hunters have always been one of those factions that since they've come out with their reworks in, what was it, 2018, 2019? I think it was 2018 when they came out with their reworks. It was kind of, they were fun to use, but they didn't really have a spot anywhere. Certain people had niche spots to make them use them in TW and whatnot, but they didn't really have their place. And now I feel like they are coming into their own and being that sort of semi, A- top tier team where they can compete with things like DR, they can compete with things like gas, they can compete with even GLs at some point, and they're just super fun going up those contracts and figuring out like, okay, this is the team I can use to get the fastest contract. This is what each contract gives me. This is what each character does as a synergy for the whole team, and they all feed off of each other. It's super interesting. I love the payout system, and I love that they're doing more with it now. So
And well, specifically, just to read one of their comments, they're talking about the these Omicron abilities, new mode specific abilities. Not to say that necessarily Boba will be one of them, but they say that these new mode specific abilities can vary from legendary levels of power, and in rare cases, all the way up to rivaling galactic legends in their specific mode. So they are intending for some of these Omicron abilities to specifically be GL killers in whatever game mode they have set out for them. So will Boba be one of them? Who knows? I don't know. We'll see if it turns out to be the case. But they are certainly intending one of the Rose Tico. Oh God, that hurt to say. Captain Phasma, Rebel Officer Leia Organa, Darth Sidious, Qui-Gon Jinn, Zam Wesell, Chief Chirpa, Chief Nebbit, Imperial Probe Droid, and Harrison Dula will be getting Omicron abilities. So we'll see where they're going to be used and how they're going to vary in power and everything. But it could be very interesting.
Right now, Rose Tico's taking out Slacker.
All right, so Mort's voting for Rose taking out Slacker.
I'd like to point this out real quick. For all the haters out there, Mace is not on that list. Here's why. All these characters, mark my words, this is their rework. These Omicron abilities that's making them useful elsewhere, that's their rework. Mace not being on there gives me hope that they're still going to be reworked for him. You heard it here first.
Get that shit out of here. I want to talk about something in specific.
Well, they gave him the skin, right? That was on the data.
Yeah.
The only thing he gave Ram was his foreskin. All right. This is the favorite.
Not foresight. Foreskin.
Yeah. These are the 3 favorite animations for me. I've been dying to bring this up. Did you guys notice? I cannot wait for him to bitch slap a GL.
From the backhand somebody, right?
Hell yes. He has got a damn bitch slap, dude.
He just backhands him, whips out his fucking pistol, and shoots him in the chest.
It reminds me of my sex life. It's amazing watching this one right here. Slapping it and whipping it out. Although I'm usually the one getting slapped, so
brutal.
Can I add something real quick before we move on?
We're not moving on. We're good. Go for it.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, I just wanted to state, I wanted to address the elephant in the room. I think it's the elephant in the room. I've been, obviously, this podcast, other streams, I've been praising CG on this road ahead. But, as a longtime player, we're all kind of longtime players. But I just want to state this is I hope CG will consider a game mode or an existing game mode where we can actually practice these Omicron abilities, because it seems like we're obviously going to have Boba. I think anybody that's going to go for Boba is probably going to save the Omicrons for him first. Yeah. That's probably what I'm going to do. But the issue I'm seeing right now is you can't practice him unless it's territory war. And this has me worried, because how are we ever going to know if he works if we can't practice him somewhere? So I wanted to ask you guys, I'm sure it's that's something we got to think about, or I'm sure people are going to take, like Ram mentioned, okay, he might, Ram said he's going to maybe attack now in territory war. Like, maybe you can make a video, when you got them all maxed out, and you can try, but you only get one attempt, right? Because the problem with territory war, you can't re-enter with them, right? It's done. That team is done. You better make a good attempt, or if you mess up, and then you got to wait another territory war to practice.
I'm sure I'll be the one that makes a video on that for sure, because I don't care if I mess up. I'll take the loss. I'll be like, whatever.
Windu was amazing in TW when they did those bonuses.
Yeah.
That's good.
That was amazing.
I think it's going to be that good when it goes into TW that you ain't even got to worry about it. You're going to be sweating it, and then they're just going to wreck everything, including the GLs. I really do.
So I know Halo Implant over there is in my guild group, and I know he does some of the TW stuff as well.
Sure.
And he had I've talked with a couple Twitch chats recently. He was bringing up that pretty much that same thing. here is this new ability, which, you know, activates in territory war, and we can only actually test it when everything is on the line. Because now that territory war actually matters with the rewards, with the Relic 9 materials, with all that stuff, now that something is actually on the line, that's the only place we have to actually test this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they've been pretty adamant that they're not going to do a sandbox mode because there's no real money in it for them. You know, it costs too much. You know, there's no return on investment. That's not going to happen. An actual sort of sandbox mode. So we have no real way to actually test this sort of thing, aside from, you know, territory wars. And do you just completely risk everything just to see how it goes? Do you have a throwaway zone and hope for the best? Do you message somebody from the other guild and say, hey, let's just do a testing territory war? I mean, how do you approach something like this? Because I'm just starting to get into some of the territory war planning and stuff in my guild. Loki, I'm not sure if you've been a lot more involved in that sort of stuff, but what's your plan for territory war for these guys?
I'm clueless, just like everybody else right now, because you can't test them in arena, you can't test them in galactic challenges, right? You can't test them where we would normally test teams. If you're lucky to be in a arena shard with some of your guild mates, I'm fortunate enough to have a guild mate in my arena shard. We do some testing, and you just can't do it there. It's unfortunate. So, you know, what do we do? You know, it is what it is, and that's kind of the elephant in the room that I wanted to address a little bit. The second one, you kind of mentioned it earlier, Wolf, is you feel that that list of characters that are supposed to get Omicrons, you know, it's kind of like the same thing. And then maybe even going forward is like, they used to rework the characters for free, right? And give us the rework. Now it feels like we got to pay for this damn rework. So I'm a little upset at that. And I would feel I'd feel foolish if I put the wrong Omicron on the wrong, like they're giving us these tunes, but obviously there's going to be different levels of the boost, right? Of the rework. And you'd feel pretty foolish if you put the Omicron on Rose and it just didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that feeling. You know, I don't like that.
Right. Later
on, you know, when we get a lot of Omicrons and then we have to do it to test it. So there's a double-edged sword, right? It's like, okay, it sounds cool. Let's throw it on, but I got to wait until territory war, right? And then that's the only way you can test it and you get one shot, you know?
Someone's got to bite the bullet and test it and say, all right, I'm applying my Omicron abilities or my Omicron materials to Rose Tico, and I'm gonna test that team, and you know, somebody's got to be the one to do it. I will say I like that they're mostly choosing GL requirement and unused faction sort of teams. So who's on there? Rolo is on there. Sidious is on there. Qui-Gon Jinn is on there. So I mean,
if Sidious is like Secrets and Shadows, man, I'm going. That might be my first one, man. Where he's just super fast and he does a bunch of AOEs, resets his cooldowns, and goes crazy, right? I don't know what it is.
Or if he's like the Conquest, the last season of Conquest, was it Note 3?
Yeah.
Where
you can't target him. Right, you can't target him,
as soon as he died, or as soon as his teammates die, he just goes fucking enraged.
He's just like, I'm gonna take 3 turns in a row because fuck you. That's why.
I'm gonna have 300% offense. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Sidious might be a sneaky one. I don't know anybody that's actually gonna take Rose up, but okay, you know, hey, whatever.
Honestly, I think Rolo would be a good one too, especially versus Empire.
Well, we'll have to see what the abilities turn out to be.
I mean, Rolo's anti-Empire. Imagine if she becomes like a Lord Vader killer. Yeah. Because Lord Vader's Empire, right?
That's what I'm
I don't know. You know, like that's
what I'm saying.
It sounds good, but again, you can only test it, right? In territory war. Like, we just don't know.
Rose Tico has anti-freaking First Order in her kit. I'm telling you right now, Slacker, goodbye.
So, I mean, right now, Relic 9 is sort of like the prize, but I wonder if, like, once guilds get, you know, enough stash of Relic 9s, if they start just having, testing TWs and just say, all right, well, we're all going to try different comps of, Rose Tico against this team, or try different comps of Rolo against these Lord Vader teams, and just see how it plays out, and formulate something based off of
Nice
that.
cowboy.
I expect Top Guilds to be doing some testing over there, but should be really interesting to see how how everything plays out.
The very last thing I wanted to touch on, and again, I've been praising CG this whole time. These are kind of like the what ifs and the cautions. The other thing to think about is, what is the Omicron going to do to a ship? Because Phasma's a pilot, right? If they add more
I didn't
pilots,
think about that.
Is it going to get more speed? Does it make the ship better? Does it make it, obviously, I don't know.
Imagine so. I mean, every ability they've added in. Yeah, every time they add in an extra ability level, it makes the ship better. Like when they did Vader's rework, and he got a whole nother ability, with the Zeta and everything. It made his ship stronger and faster and better and more offense. So it definitely affected the ship that way. So I'm expecting the same thing.
Yeah. So I mean, that's something to think about, because
which of these are pilots? I forget which ones were
Phasma
pilots,
for sure.
Christ.
She's
Phasma's a pilot.
shuttle,
Show me the
right?
list.
Yeah.
Hera, Phasma, Hera.
Yeah. They're not the crazy ships, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, if it bumps up the ship, and here's the deal, right? Is it safe to say that the ship is the ship, right? It's gonna get those bonuses. It'll get the regular ship bonuses in any game mode, right? So it's almost, it's almost
just
a good
an
thing.
ability that's leveled up. So that will benefit the ship just in general.
Yeah.
Wrangler.
So, God damn it, Wrangler.
That's a good point, though. I didn't even consider the ships going into TW. Like
I mean, you ship hard, right?
Yeah,
Mort.
love it.
So
love him.
I don't know. It might be something to consider. If they throw a really good pilot in there, might be worth considering.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the ships.
Definitely put one.
Maybe
on
that's why
my
Mace isn't
Phasma.
there. Maybe his capital ship gets like 20 speed or something. When you do it, I don't know.
I'm telling you right now, my first Omicron's going on Phasma. You're hearing it here, right here.
You monster.
Actually, I take that back. I'm gonna put it on Hera, because my Hera is only like gear 8, and I want to see how much it improves that ship. While my Phasma is already relic, obviously because of Slacker, so the bump I don't think will be as considerable.
I think he might be serious.
I'm dead serious. Doing it. Doing it.
And who knows what her bonuses are either, right? I mean, I'm sure you got some Phoenix laying around.
God,
what if it just it bumps up the Phoenix for 3v3 or something?
Oh, Halo,
I don't
the
know.
second one's going to Nebbit.
Oh God, he's serious.
All day long,
Oh,
baby.
I already have Nebbit at Relic 7.
Yeah, this
so,
guy's got
thanks,
Relic
Heinz.
7 through a bet, so yeah. If I were Rand,
I mean, I got my Jawas up and running, so I mean, Nebbit might be something good,
My Jawas are absolute shite. There, 3 of them are level 69.
Well, you guys just said earlier that Jawas are beating Maul, right? So it might be worth it for Nebbit.
What if the Jawa thing? What if Nebbit's thing gives him the Jawa ability that's in Conquest, where every time a thermal detonator, pops off, they recover 100% protection.
Oh God.
Fantastic.
Oh. Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, guys, is those of you with Lord Vader, or if you studied his kit, doesn't Lord Vader have something in there that they had to put a thermal detonator clause in that? So I mean, you might be onto something, Ram.
Yeah. It's a good point.
They did put a specific thermal deck clause in Lord Vader's kit. You are absolutely right.
Yeah.
I forgot. I didn't even consider that. That's an interesting point.
Did they?
Yeah.
Let me see.
There's a damn sentence in there that talks about
yeah.
thermal detonators, which is hilarious.
They talk about dots. They talk about thermal dots. They talk about a couple things.
But thermals can't stick to them, or what?
They're immune to the effects of thermal detonators.
Nice. Yeah, well,
while above 50% health, he's immune to the effects of damage over time and thermal detonators.
Yeah.
That's over 50% though, but if you get him down,
if you get him
down, then yeah.
That's actually a key point. Like the
while below 80% health, he can't be critically. Yeah.
So Mort, you might be onto something, man.
Yeah.
Maybe you gotta
Yeah.
Gotta Omicron that fool, you know?
Yeah. If we could bring him in for a cleanup, baby. Ewoks work on GG and Jawas work on freaking Lord Vader. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we wanted.
You heard it here, people. We'll experiment if we can get there. I'm hoping I don't run into him, but, you know, it is what it is.
All right. So, any other comments on Omicron's just general feel? How are you guys, like, I guess, general feel of are territory war characters a good idea for this game? Because they have shown up in other games. I've heard people like weighing in, you know, how they feel about like the war characters and, you know, how those other games. How do you feel about like specific war characters in you know, in SWGOH?
So I bitched about
for remodding for TW versus remodding for GAC and how useful a character is, and you know, I guess just a general feel. What are we thinking for war characters?
So I bitched earlier about Cyan Boba, but now that I think about it, I forgot about these 10 or 11 characters that were in there. So that balance of power makes sense because all these people are accessible to all of us. So I forgot about that. So I'm going to recant my statement, bitching about that this will ruin TW. I totally forgot about this. I think it's a good thing. I think it'll be huge. I think it requires, as a TW officer, it's going to be a goddamn nightmare. Currently, we look at Nest. Yeah. We look at Nest. We look at how many GLs they have. We look at just, you know, some of the particular characters. Are we going to get one shot on solos? Blah, blah, blah. Do we need to defend it? And now you got to look for, I mean, seriously, this is out of hand. Rose, Phasma, Organa, Sidious, Jins. What? There's so many characters you're going to look at now. Planning's out the door. You can't look at your opponent and say, okay, we got them overwhelmed right now by GLs. I mean, what are you going to set up a thing? You're going to hunt all 11 of these characters? I mean, just... It's going to be insane, dude. It's going to be just a shit show, and I freaking love it.
I guess that's like an interesting point for TW officers. And I guess as a guild, do you direct people towards one Omicron over another? Do you try and get everyone to Omicron their Ewoks and not Omicron something else? You know, where do you go with that?
I mean, one person or one character on the list is Zam Wessel, right?
Yep.
You know, what if you had to do, you know, it doesn't say, or you know, what I'm assuming is, if you have like an Omicron Zam Wessel and you put her with the Omicron Boba Fett, right? You can literally put all the tunes with Omicrons, you know, and see what kind of a super team you can build with all these regular tunes, right? Like they all wake up in territory war, and you can throw them together. It sounds like, I don't know, you know, unless there's
I don't see a restriction.
Well, I mean, Zam Wessel and Boba Fett have synergy. They're scoundrel, bounty hunter,
Heron,
whatever.
Rebel, Organa, they've got synergy. There's a couple. There's two.
Yeah, Hera and Leia got synergy, right? They're both rebels. You know, that IPD one sounds good. Maybe throw him in back of Lord Vader or something. I don't know. He's Empire.
I just realized that everybody on this list has a leadership except for Rose Tico.
No, IPD doesn't have leadership.
IPD does not have leadership.
I missed him. You're right. Yeah. Either way.
But I mean, EP lead with IPD is the thing, right? Right now.
Yeah.
A cleanup team or whatever. But what if it's the primary team, you know? That's going to be interesting.
I don't know. We'll see. I think it'll be really interesting. I really do. And I think
there's a good mix of characters. It really makes you think, man.
Yeah.
I think the big one for me is going to be, here's the question in my mind. Is it going to be worth putting the Omicron on a Relic Rose Tico, or is it going to be worth putting an Omicron on an Gear 8 Rose Tico? You know what I'm saying? Will it make the Gear 8 Rose Tico able to take down a GL, or is it going to require a Relic one? And I think that's what the real question is right now, because I would have my guys split up amongst the guild, put Omicrons on every one of them, like you, 3 of you, 3 of you, 3 of you, 3 of you, or whatever, in order to get that if low gear ones were set up that way. So that's a question. We don't know. But that's what I'm hoping for. Because I'm telling you right now, man, my Gear 8 people will be eating Omicrons like crazy if that's the case.
All right, what did I miss?
What's up, AP?
AP Gains? Oh, shit.
But yeah, that's my feel on it. Ram Bam, you're up.
So everyone, overall good feeling? Sorry, Ram Bam, go for it.
Yeah, no, I mean, Omicrons, they look I'm more excited about Scion of Django. You know, Boba Fett coming to TW. But depending on what they do with the Omicrons, you know, some of them for TW, some for Conquest, some for, you know, GAC, maybe even, you know, I don't know. They look enticing, but I'd like to see what they're actually going to do. But I think there's a good, what's the word? I think there's if done right, it can bring a new flavor to the game. Kind of like what I feel like this is replacing the relic abilities that we, you know, were hinted at a while back. You know, that like if you took Freya up to the relic 7, she got this new ability that completely changed her kit type thing. I feel like this is what that's doing to a lot of the characters. So like if it's done right, great. It can be pretty damn cool. But you know, we'll have to wait and see. The only one I'm worried about is Roach Tico, because screw her. She's trash. She's garbage.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Waste of space.
Sure.
If it wasn't for Rey, she'd be at Gear 1, Level 1.
Mine is not even unlocked. So, I mean, get good.
But I have Rey, so get good.
Well, I don't have Rey, so get good.
Good for you.
So get good.
Bad Ram. Good for Wolf. Bad Ram.
Ship harder.
Yeah. Yeah, Ray ain't got no damn ship.
Man. Well, the Radis comes along with Rey, which is the one ship that I don't have. So, yeah, I need a ship harder.
Best part of Omicron is Mace doesn't have one. Don't
get
him started
again.
Evo. Don't get him started again. Where are we at, Wolfie?
All right, so we're wrapping up Omicron's. I think we pretty much beat that dead horse. Speed GAC. We sort of touched on that a little bit. I think we pretty much hit on everything in the road ahead. Pretty much hit most of the stuff. We got like one or two more wrap ups, but let's talk Speed GAC for a little bit. Niv 1.
What the hell happened, Loki?
Beat out Cubs and Grid over there. And Ram wants to give Loki shit. So
I was like, dude, Loki and Crumb. Loki's, oh man, these people are gonna give people run for their money. Wait, okay, guess not.
They had him on lockdown, man, until the last 3 minutes. Oh my god, it was so. I was like,
It was yeah, it's a different beast, man. But dude, Crumb played like a champ. And you know, it could have went either way, man. I mean, I don't know if it was I don't know if there were upsets, you know. I mean, everybody was having fun. But no, man, I mean, you know, win like a champ, lose like a champ. So I mean, we lost. You know, it's not a secret. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it or anything, but it's you know, we played. It's interesting, man. I mean, when they do a 20-minute attack window,
that is tight.
You know, with all maxed out accounts, everybody had the same account. The only thing you could do is remod. And you know, it either comes down to I want to say that, you know, Ranger and Heinze, I will say probably was the legit we got outsmarted, because so we had one team left in that bottom zone. If we cleared that, we would have won. They beat us by like 30 banners, I think, because they went to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And then we went top.
Yeah.
But they put that Maul team, and the thing about Maul, that animation and that team, basically Maul takes up a minute because he takes 6 turns in a row. And I was just like, yeah, dude, good job on this team, because we were down to like 45 seconds and we had a GL on them. But I mean, it is what it is, man. And you know, I told Crumb, I go, dude, I'll take all the heat, because you know, the first battle against Zareth, it came down to that one team. You know, we timed out. We had it down to like red health, the Mon Mothma team, I think. And again, that was my bad, because I directed Crumb to hit auto, and Moff Gideon doesn't do his turn meter reduction, and I was
Gideon
like, oh, okay,
damn armor shred.
So the one with Kate, you know, hats off to Kate, and you know, I told Crumb to hold the ultimate, and he did it, and we got wiped out, unfortunately. So it all came down to a matter of seconds.
It
and
happens. Let me say this, Loki. In the beginning, Crumb was off like a bat out of hell, man. He wasn't hesitating. He was just boom, 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 boom. And then like at the end of the Zareth one, he slowed down quite a bit, which ended up, I think, getting you guys. And I think the ill confidence as you guys were taking losses just kept getting worse and worse, and he was slowing down. The Crumb was like, dude, he was all over it. He wasn't hesitating. He was firing, man. He wasn't afraid. He's like, I got nothing to lose. Let's go. So
yeah.
And Zareth in the beginning, like the first 10 minutes, I was watching his as well. I was watching you two, specifically in the first round. And I kept saying, oh, Zareth is overthinking it. Zareth is taking his time. He's overthinking it. And they were. You guys had him by the balls, man. Then they sped up. You guys slowed down. I was sure you guys had that win. I really did.
Yeah, it was, again, it has a lot to do with the matchmaking.
Mm-hmm.
I got what I wanted. I mean, I wanted to, I either wanted Gom T Money round one or I wanted Zareth solo because, those, they're
you want the top guys?
Some of the top,
yeah.
There's some of the top content creators that stream their GACs.
Yep.
And, you get them to round one, it kind of, everybody is kind of settling in. They don't know what to expect yet. So I think we had it, but yeah, there were a couple missteps. We lost a shitload of banners on that Nego mirror. That was hurtful. Because I think we actually lost our Anakin. We lost a bunch of ships.
That's where you guys fell behind. You got killed on ship banners.
Yeah, we did. Well, we one-shot both of them. We just had shit.
Ship banners, yeah.
And, it is what it is, man. But, Crumb played like a champ, dude. I'll give him...
Funny,
I mean,
Zareth, you weren't watching, but Zareth was actually losing the Executor battle and had a huge recovery. I thought he was done. And then all of a sudden, at the last second, he got some good RNG and it switched and he made a good move. Because you guys literally had it in the bag. And I was like, how the fuck did he just recover from that? So credit to him.
Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of the replays. I did watch
Wrangler.
Niv. Like, I caught Niv a couple times, and dude, hats off to him. He's a dev, and he plays the game. His strategy was simple, dude. Just throw all the GLs at the bottom, and we go ships. Like, that's...
Yep.
And I felt like we had a good enough defense at the bottom to kind of slow him down, but apparently, it didn't slow down any of our opponents. And if looking back on it, I would have loved to have played... GAC kind of like the way I do, I'll throw 6 GLs and grind the hell out of everything, dude. I don't care, but for this kind of, it's the time, man. It's the time, and then just knowing all the kits, right? Like, I don't expect Crumb to know all the kits. I mean, nobody should. There's just too many characters, but we worked on the mods over the weekend, and we were carving through the gas teams, the DRs. And it was all clockwork. Like, those were all 30-second battles with non-GL teams. I wanted him to feel comfortable and have the GLs at his disposal. And it worked, man. It all came down to the wire on 2 of the rounds. The one with Ranger and Heinze, there's no excuse, dude. We got outsmarted, and we had the wrong GL against Maul. And that's what it comes down to, man. It's crazy. We got 0-3, but the bigger picture is the devs beat the creators, which it shouldn't have happened, man. I'm still a creator at heart, but hopefully they do another one, and the creators can have some revenge. Because
I enjoyed every bit of that, because you guys know me. It's like the last minute, the heart gets pumping type thing. Like last night, I played slow and steady, and I made all kinds of stupid mistakes. But then during the daytime, I do my fast, furious GACs. My mind is like wide open, It's a total, and I appreciated every bit of that value. Everybody had to be on their game, and I was watching. I'm like, this is my shit right here, man. I love this.
I don't write shit down, man. And the thing is, when we set our defense, I told Crumb, all right, go look at these speeds real quick, because we got 5 minutes. And I wrote them all down, right? And I never do that shit, man. It's just... We just never do, but that's what you do so the account we had was all Relic 9, and each account, we had the same mods, but there were 300 plus 20 speed mods on these accounts.
That's insane.
So it's like, what do you do with that, right? Like, how do you...
Oh, God.
So, I mean, it's really, hats off to the players, the content creators that just aren't in Div 1.
Did the characters come with mods on them and you just had to move them?
They were pre-modded, but you could also move them a certain way, because some of the mod loadouts were not optimal.
I was gonna say, if they were naked, I'd be like, I'm out. I don't want this shit. No, I want nothing to do with this.
No. They were pre-modded. But some of the mods
cowboy.
were kind of just like a bunch of tunes had just like pilot mods. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But they were pilot mods with plus 20 speed on them, right? Like it's crazy. So it was very the setup was very good. I think the event went really smooth. I think we did a good job to not show the setup and the headache that we had to go through to get there. I felt like it was really smooth. Obviously, there's areas to improve in. I told CG at the very end, I said, you guys have to. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I was talking to chat.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I told CG at the very end, I said, you guys really need to consider making this a real game mode or a choice. Like when GAC starts, you can either pick speed or you can pick normal, depending on your play style. And if we can do a speed GAC and there's, 6 other players or 8 other players that will join speed GAC, we can finish the week of speed GAC in like 2 hours, on a Monday, I'm down for that.
It's an investment. I mean, you need to have a solid 3 hours to sit there and do your 3 rounds of GAC.
But be like 2020, assuming it's 20 minutes, right?
Intense.
Yeah. But I mean, then you're done for the week. I'm cool with that. I'd be totally cool with that, man. I personally don't like GAC right now. I feel like it just takes too long.
Okay,
and the rewards suck. So I mean,
they do suck. So let me say to chat real quick, what would you guys do different for the speed GAC? Type it in chat for me. So one of the things I would do, Loki, which really, it was okay for me because I was actually doing work while I was watching, but for most people, for 20 minutes sitting there, like there was like 5 of the
defense round.
Yeah, the defense round was just like, what in the hell? Everybody's like, well, I'm just gonna let mine roll over. Well, this is freaking boring.
They didn't really have a choice in that. Apparently, like something within the coding, like the minimum length for the rounds all had to be the same. So they couldn't
fine. I
make
get that.
one of the rounds shorter than the other ones.
But it was
so it
boring
had to all be the minimum.
Boring.
Yeah,
AF.
I'm with you.
So like if I was to ever do it, I would have a 20-minute thing set up where I'd have an agenda of what's going to happen in between there. Because I'm going to be too busy to entertain the chat. So I don't want people leaving. I want them sitting here watching what I'm doing. So I want them entertained. And if the other 7 creators have nothing going on but going, oh, I'm just going to let that auto set. We'll just sit here and bullshit. Which they're not going to bullshit because they're trying to they're still probably planning, right? They got to set defense. So I'm totally would have something set up for that 20-minute space in between each time.
Yeah, creator-wise, what I would have loved is... I personally, like, as a viewer of it, like I watched the replay with me and Crumb, and I saw all the derps that we did. But what I personally didn't like, and I wish or maybe later the content creators can figure this one out, but it would be nice to not hear like the coach screaming at the player, right? You put that on mute, and then you have a third guy. We had a third partner, which I felt was underutilized, but maybe the third partner did a play-by-play. Kind of like how you're watching sports.
What you
like you don't want to hear, like you're watching a boxing match. You don't want to hear the guy in the corner going, right hook, jab, jab. You don't want to hear that, right?
Yeah.
I want to hear the announcer going, oh, he got stunned. Oh, he dodged. Like that's entertaining to me. And that would have maybe that kind of segues into what you're saying, Mort, is during that dead time, maybe you have the announcer kind of saying, oh, they did well on this team. Oh, maybe they're going to switch the defense to this. I don't know. Like they could keep the crowd entertained. And then when the bell rings, he can kind of do the play-by-play,
That's actually
we're going to interfere with it.
So if they they had that big Zoom group, if they were to put one extra person in there. So like this time around, if they would invite me to like be the play-by-play guy or, maybe me and Wolf together.
That'd be so fun,
You know
dude.
what I'm saying? And then while you guys are setting your defense, we go back and replay and say, okay, this is what we saw. Look, Crumb came out like a bat out of hell. Loki's giving it to him. He said that Xerath he had him up against the ropes. And basically Xerath was overthinking everything. And you know what I mean? I could easily fit 20 minutes of this is where you fucked up. This is where you fucked up. This is where you did well. This is where you did well. You know what I mean? And I think that'd
be
really
hilarious. Yeah. Or even cut, and then you unmute us or something, and then you can talk to us during the 20 minutes while we're setting up.
Yeah.
Right. And because there was none of that, and I
jump into your chat rooms, sort of like like more like when we did like the Jeopardy and everything, you can like jump into the chat room over there.
Yeah,
if they were all in their own Discord call, like,
all
right, hey, and we're gonna go and hang out with the RSG group over here and see what's going on.
I don't want to give away something to a creator that's going to play another creator, so we do have to be in a separate room, obviously. It's not that I don't want them to hear me. I want them to hear me bashing them, but they can listen later.
Oh yeah,
correct. Yeah. And then you're muting Ian Crumb, so you don't hear me for 20 minutes shouting at Crumb, right? Like I don't.
Exactly.
That's not nice,
sessions.
you know. But
you can't do interview sessions because they're too busy setting defense and stuff, Evo. You only get 20 minutes to set. So it's
exactly. Well, I mean, some of them were. Did you set your defense every time, Loki?
We did, yeah.
Nap time.
Okay, no, we did.
You're all right, buddy.
You did? Okay, I wasn't sure if you let it auto set.
No. We didn't auto set any of our stuff.
Because it would roll over, right? And I think some people did let it roll over.
No, I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, I mean, Crumb and I were really had a solid plan. We just fell short because we ran out of time, man. That's all it is.
Yep.
I mean, I looking back on it, I wish I had 5 or 6 more loadouts for him because we had to make the loadouts, right? I mean, and the thing is, I don't want to flood him with a bunch of loadouts either. You know what I'm saying? But there were a few teams where I was like, fuck, I didn't make a loadout. Sorry. But and it took him time to grab the character.
Demonetized.
Right.
Yeah.
Too late.
No, we're good.
Get that fucking shit out of here.
I like the event, man, honestly. And I hope they do it again. Sounds like they're looking into it, maybe refining it. And then I want them to get, obviously, another rotation of content creators in. I mean, I told Mort like 2 weeks ago, I go, dude, you're the king of speed GAC. I'd love to see how you work with Relic 9 and 300 plus speed mods.
I'm the king of stalling. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to bring up. There was a couple things I wanted to bring up with the whole idea of the speed GAC. Number one, I want them to do, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a creator as well, and I want them to invite me. But I'm saying I want to see some variety. I don't want to see Cubs and Grid, and nothing against them, obviously. I love all of them, but I don't want to see Cubs and Grid and Heinze and Ranger and all these other people that already did it. I don't want to see them there again. I want some variety. Maybe you can include 1 or 2 every time, or have back-to-back people, because there's only so many creators you can do. But there is a lot of people that do content for this game, and so you could invite, let's have Loki be on the other side of the table this time. Let's have Mort in there. Let's have Rambam. Let's have Grid actually doing these battles and not just coaching. This time,
I'm okay with the guy on the other
things
side
like
doing
that.
it.
No, I'd have some variety. And number 2 is, do you think that there's any possibility of them bringing this mode to the public in a sense of, like maybe ally codes or something? They managed to lock in certain accounts into this one. They managed to pick and choose. And so I'm wondering if there's maybe some way that they can now put in a code and be like, hey, cool, you can type in your ally code of 8 people, and these people are now in the speed GAC.
It may just be that they were on the same server and they all signed up. I'm not sure. Like I said, I do not know the specifics of how they set the whole thing up, but that would be very, very interesting if we could set that up. I would 100% be down.
Because quite honestly, what that does
for streamers and stuff. Sorry, go on.
For streamers and whatnot, that makes it amazing content capabilities right there. And number 2, testing is through the roof at that point. You want to talk about sandbox? That's what we need. I don't need a sandbox of just be able to go in and throw random teams. Let's see how they do competitively in GAC. Let's go up against Mort and have him set a defense and be like, hey, look, I think you should set this team, and I'm going to take my Maul against it, for instance, and I want to see how my Maul is going to do against Gas,
and
how my Maul is going to do against a GL, things like that. You can mix and match, and you can communicate with that person. And I mean, that's your semi sandbox. It doesn't have to be sandbox. It doesn't have to have any rewards. You guys didn't get any rewards for winning or losing, right, Loki?
No.
Yeah. So I mean, no rewards. Just go in, have fun, do a speed GAC, and be able to throw stuff at it and test things out.
And sandbox and testing, all that sort of stuff aside, I mean, think of it like we're all content creators over here. get 8 of us for 3 hours on a Saturday night, do a speed GAC. I mean,
tournaments and stuff.
100%. And not every week, obviously, they get a little bit dull after a while. But get like a once a month in the off week speed GAC tournament. 100%.
It's a theory.
I'd love to see you guys. Like, I mean, you guys are Battalion. Like, I would love to see Battalion go up against like Gambit podcasts. Like, that would be hilarious.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally for that. I was gonna actually. So I had another idea. I gave the devs too after this. Was what do you guys think of a speed territory war where it's like 10v10
all day long? Let's go.
10v10. You got to get 20,
sort of
20 players, and we have the existing map. There's 10 zones. We set one team in each zone. There's 10 per zone, right? So 10 zones, 10 teams per zone, and you have an hour to attack the map and see what happens.
Do it. I'm game.
And it would actually be less time than GAC, right? Because maybe you have a 3-hour stream, but you just did a whole territory war. I don't know what the setup would be. Maybe you do a 30-minute setup and a 1-hour battle to clear 100 teams, right? Mm-hmm. And there's 10 guys going, 10 players going at it. I think that would fall along with what Ram was saying. You just get all these content creators together or all these players. You assemble a team of 10, and go for it,
You literally could do just a rotation on channels. Like, okay, November, I'm going to go on Loki's channel. December is Ram's channel. And January, and we bring in all these content creators to come play each other. That would be amazing, man. I mean, bringing all the communities into one person's channel to get exposure to each person and stuff would be amazing.
100%.
I'm more than willing to share that love. Ram doesn't do.
We all have the same account, maxed out, Relic 9, and have fun with it,
Yeah.
Ram doesn't do TW, so he's out. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I would 100% do it. Like for me, the theory crafting part of it and not having to worry about actually losing. I can go in and I want to test this because I got a feeling, and then find out that I was a complete idiot or man, I'm a goddamn genius. I'm not willing to do that in GAC unless I have to. I already know what you're going to say. I'm an idiot, cowboy. Get that shit out of here. What's next? Wolfie?
All right. Well, we've hit on most of the big topics over here. So I guess we can sort of head towards wrapping it up with SWGOH is turning 6.
Yep.
Big rewards.
We got the GG portrait. We got some double drops. We got some Clone Wars Chewie shards. Everyone's favorite, 3 of them, of course.
Can't miss those.
As is tradition.
10
Can't
days.
miss those.
10 days.
And then a absolute bitch load of other stuff. So, looks like some
credits,
a decent
salvages,
haul over
droid
there.
collars, signal data, circuit boards, bronzium wiring. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Oh yeah, I figured
complain.
you're bringing it up on screen. Yep, there we go. Perfect.
Nice.
The other thing we got is the recent issues. I'm loving this, man. They had a lot of goof ups. This Galactic Challenge with the Jawas pissed me off because I could not beat it because of the glitch. So I'm like, well, what are they gonna freaking rectify this or what, man? They didn't say anything. And all of a sudden they come out with it. Between that, the territory battle bullshit, and other issues as they put it, they're putting 1,000 event tokens. 1,000 get, 1,500 get to 500 crystals, 5 injector handle salvage, 5 circuit breaker modules, 12 thermal exchange units, variable resistors, microprocessors, and of course the legendary Chewbacca shards. And on top of it, 12 watt Tambor shards. Get that shit in here. I might actually be able to 7-star my guy now. That's a good payout, man. That's a
I don't
good
care.
payout.
Chippy, go fuck yourself. Anyways, go on.
It's just a W Jersey apartment. Nice. Event calendar screwed me. I'm excited because I'm getting Executor. There's 31 days in October, and then they go and move. In October, the Executor came out on the 15th. In November, it's coming out on the 16th. So in reality, I lost 2 days. CG, you bit me in the face in that one. God damn it.
Oh, shit.
2 extra days. 2 extra days. The only upside
Hold
is just
on.
my off days. So, guys, it's Tuesday.
Do those days matter?
Don't let me forget. Do not let me forget. I need my damn ship.
Hold on. Do they matter? Let's go to November.
It's Tuesday, November 16th. Sunday I'd be at work, so I might not get it done. So it might be worth it.
No, as long as you can actually get it done before lock-in, because that's Tuesday, so it's a lock-in day. So make sure you get that done early.
Because it'd be reset for Monday night, right?
It should be Monday night reset and then all day Tuesday. So make sure you get that in early.
Okay, that works.
If that ends up being a lock-in day, because I'm not sure.
I'm leaving it to the battalion. Do not let me forget when that event.
That may be.
I literally missed it this time.
We're in week 2.
I wasn't ready, but I literally missed it. I'm afraid I'm gonna miss it next round.
Week 3 is the 1st. Week 4 is the 8th. So the off week is the 15th. Okay, actually, so that's the off week.
It's the off week?
I mean, right? We're in week 2 right now. That's the week of the 25th. The week of the 1st.
Oh, yeah, we are rotating through, aren't we?
Or the 31st on the Sunday, whatever,
this is week
week
2.
3. The week of the 7th
You're right.
is week
it is
4.
off week.
So that's the off
Still,
week anyways.
Don't let me forget.
So it don't matter.
Thank you.
But yeah, still don't screw up.
I expect 1,000 DMs that don't forget to ship harder, Mort. God damn it. Oh, don't do it. All right. Last but not least, I've got Qui-Gon Jinn, Ayala, Sakura. They have the bug, which thankfully I
immediately got fixed.
Yeah, pretty damn immediate. As fast as I've ever seen him fix something. So, no biggie, no biggie, no biggie.
Yeah. I guess the last note that I'm seeing. They sort of said at the end they are moving on from Clone Wars content. More stuff to come. Hint, hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. Prod, prod. Poke, poke. No idea. What are you guys thinking? Just more Mando stuff, more Scoundrel stuff, more Bounty Hunters stuff. We're talking hopefully some more ship content. What do you think is the TBD to come?
I think they're going to be moving into Book of Boba Fett and the Disney Plus shows that are coming out here real soon. I think that's what they're going to be focusing on here pretty soon.
Loki?
I mean, it feels like it with, they just released Fennec and then now Boba's there. So we don't know the teams, right? I mean, they could easily come out with more Mando season 2, which is feels like this is where those characters are coming. And then what Ram said, maybe segue into the new Book of Boba Fett. I don't know. That's what it feels like. I'm still waiting for the shiploads of content. We mentioned it earlier.
No shit. Get that ship
and they got
here.
3 more. What? They got 2 to 3 more months
Yeah.
for it. So who knows?
I'm all over that. Wolfie, I was reading a comment. I have to cut you off a second. I just got a comment from Mulan Moo that said, thanks for the video on the Watt mission. Even though I know a little bit about the crowd control, I sped up my GBA a little pre-recommendation last TB and watched your video. Pow, I got a Watt shard. Same Clone Jedi lineups you had in the video too. I said, oh, sweet. Ram, go watch the video. All right. I missed the question completely because I was reading Mulan Moo's comment. Ben Seal just reached out too. He said he just got home. He'll join us next time.
For some reason, I'm not surprised. God damn it, Mark. Oh my god.
Dude, it was like the most favorable thing ever. And I get to rub it in on Ram.
You like rubbing it on Ram?
You love rubbing it in on Ram.
It was, the timing was perfect. Seriously, bro.
He does.
It was so perfect. I told
Mort yesterday
to rub it in on Ram.
I never changed my mods on my alt because they're set a certain way with how they were remodded and whatnot. And so I've gone in several times, like at least the last, 5-6 months plus. Haven't lost a Watt shard on that account in I don't know how long. Go in yesterday, I'm like, I literally log into TV and I'm like, cool, it's already 3-star. I don't have to do anything but the Watt mission. Easy piece of cake. Hit send. No problems. Until Clone Sarge decides to be a dick and AoE and kill my soldier and my Sun Fac all at the same time. I'm like,
Doesn't even get bugged.
I'm putting
Actually fails.
I'm putting this in guild chat. If they came out with a speed TV, Ram wouldn't even do it.
Hell no. I hate TV. I despise TV.
Oh God.
Something about, I don't know, having a very good roster with all these crazy relics and all these crazy mods and whatnot. And yeah, I don't have the craziest mods ever, but you know, I'm just saying something about having all that and then going in with Vader and having 4,000% tenacity isn't enticing for me. It's not fun.
So
Sorry.
use a different team.
Why would I use a different team? I want to use Vader.
Already that made my night. Good
Okay,
job.
we'll use Lord Vader. Or
I'm sorry. Do I have him? Oh, that's right. Because I don't wail.
Well, will harder.
Well,
So-
go suck a dick.
Okay. I'll get
Loki's like, oh,
get
God
right
damn
on it.
What's up, Chris? Oh, there's another comment. Nappy Time came out and said, love the video, Mort. I learned a lot from it. You're welcome. We'll see if Ram learns
There we
anything.
go.
That shit in here.
All right. I think I'm pretty much at the end of my list over here. You guys got anything else to add in? Anything we missed? Anything I want to talk about? Want to just fawn over some knee rockets for a little bit? I'm okay with that.
Big fan of the animations.
What are we thinking?
Big fan of the animations. I do got to set defense tonight, but I also want to thank Loki for joining us. Van Seal, unfortunately, was in school, couldn't join us, but he has said he will join us for the next roundtable. FYI, I just really wanted him here for this one because of the bounty hunter thing. But I'm a big fan of the guy, so I'm looking forward to having him here. Ricky P, unfortunately, could not be here. Fredo had an emergency and had to leave. So anyway, things are good. Thank you guys in chat for being here. I myself don't have anything else to cover, but the new arena screen, that's a good one too. I agree.
Oh yeah, you can bring that up.
This thing's beautiful. Absolutely
nice.
beautiful.
Graphics look pretty good. Yeah.
I like it.
Absolutely beautiful. We
I
still
like in
Well,
GAC, it shows the score, right? Like it shows
Yeah.
it right at the front. I think that's cool.
I think that's
Concise,
awesome because instead of having to worry
condensed.
about Prime Bot, I can actually. I mean, Prime Bot's nice because it alerts me. But if I go in game, I'm like, oh shit, my guy went. But the other thing I really like too is I don't have to go all the way into Fleet Arena or Squad Arena to see how many battles I got left and how much time I got left right up front in one simple place. It's nice.
Oh yeah.
Really well done, and the colors are very warm and very pleasing to the eye, in my opinion.
I agree.
I am a fan.
The upside, CG is still continuing to do a good job with everything they do. So thank you guys for what you do. I appreciate it. We've always supported CG here, been positive. I'll give you shit here and there, but not like some of the knuckleheads out there. You guys have done a really good job. Keep this game alive. Keep it going. 1 battalion strong, 1 goddamn Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes strong. Get that shit in here. My community is amazing. This game is amazing. We are blessed with the fact that we've got even Ram Bam here. All right.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And Loki,
Somebody has to love Mace.
thank you for the smoke as well, man. Yeah, somebody does have to love Mace. Everybody needs loving. It's like fat girls, you know what I mean? Everybody needs one in their life as well. Everybody, they say there's an expression, fat girls need loving too. I don't disagree, man.
God damn it, Mark.
I don't disagree. I love me a thick girl.
Anyways, thanks for hanging.
Demonetized, baby. All right. Loki, you want to touch up on anything? You good?
No, man, we covered everything. I want to thank the battalion for having me. It was a long time coming. Whenever you guys did a roundtable, I always like to just come on and talk about the game, man. I don't think I just like, you can ask Van Seal, man. We just talked about the game for like 2 hours, man. I could talk about this thing all day. And it's really fun to do it with different content creators. So thanks for having me. I did want to pimp something real quick that's happening on the RSG channel this weekend. So we're doing our 24-hour stream. It's American support the American Cancer Society.
Yep.
So we're just going to be doing all random games. Finity's kind of leading the charge on that. But
Nice.
I'll be there, Ranger, the usual crew, and we're just going to play a bunch of random games. We'll have the Jedi Academy. That's kind of like the kickoff. So that's the 7 a.m.
Yep.
Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern. And if you guys got time, obviously pop in, watch us. If you want to come on stream, obviously, we can get you hooked up in the Zoom. But again, thanks for having me tonight, guys.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up.
Cheers.
I'm going to be working 7 straight days this week, and then I'll have 7 off, thankfully. So I'm going to be a freaking ghost starting tomorrow morning. Pretty much. It's going to be GAC, sleep, work, GAC, sleep, work. So you guys won't see much of me. Ram, you got anything?
Yes, no, maybe so. All right, there we go. There's the RSG link.
Oh, good man.
I was trying to find that for you. Yeah, no, I mean, we were off by a week, but obviously I suggested that we push this back, and everybody agreed that we push this back because I had a feeling that something was going to be happening, and sure enough, Road Ahead happened. So I'm glad we pushed this back a week.
Yep.
Weekend's going to be kind of crazy because Sunday is Halloween, and obviously,
oh shit, that's right.
This guy's got a kid.
Yeah.
So I have to figure out how to, and I have to work on Monday, so I have to figure out how I'm going to take her trick or treating.
That
and
guy.
still
Not
go
this guy,
and
that
do
guy.
GAC. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yep. Halloween GAC. That's gonna be pretty crazy. So basically, what you're telling me is make sure I go on Monday. Oh wait, I have to. All right. Wolfie?
Costume up, bitch.
Anything for you, baby? Wolfie?
What?
Last words from you?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
You talking to me?
Eggs and eggs on Saturday.
Yeah, baby.
You talking to me?
Yeah, baby.
Was that a 5-hour GAC stream?
Yeah, the usual.
Yeah, usual
No,
stall.
I'm gonna speed GAC it. We're gonna do it in 69 minutes. Okay. It'll be perfect.
So it's still a 5-hour stream then, right?
Yes. So perfect. Yes.
Yeah. Speed GAC,
We
but
will
stall for like 4.5 hours.
Yes. We will spend 69 minutes in total doing all of the battles. So, what do we got? We got 14 battles, 16 battles. All right. So 16 times 5 is 80 minutes. Okay. So I think that's reasonable.
Please don't
I
try
think
to math the
69 minutes.
RAM.
Yeah.
Don't math the RAM.
I think we can
please.
do this.
Don't math the RAM.
I think we can do this. Yeah. I think we've pretty much touched on everything. I think I'm racking my brain. I don't think there's anything else that I got.
Hold on. What do you got, Ram?
Two things. Nothing in the game, but 2 things. Number 1, we're trying to grow these YouTube channels. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. Super helps out the channel, helps out the battalion as a whole. So
AKA,
make sure you do that.
Subscribe, but it's really follow. It's just a YouTube thing.
Yeah, right. Number two, we just launched our Patreon, our battalion Patreon. We went live this week. So if you guys go and search Battalion Strong on Patreon, if you're interested in doing that, all the donations in there, all the Patreon support goes back into the creators as part of the battalion. Maybe we can eventually buy Wolf a new computer at some point so he can actually do some other games. And there's a multitude of different support levels if you guys are interested in that. Lots of good stuff coming there. So be sure to check that out if you guys are interested.
Evo, Wolf's not interested in the YouTube channel, but I do need to utilize his brain more on mine. So I think I'm going to be picking at that some more. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, I work the next 7 days, and then the next 7 days that I'm off, I'm going to be putting merch on for Wolf, Ram, Ricky P, and Fredo. They'll all be in one store where you guys can find it. I'm going to design it myself with these guys' help and get that out there as well. So, it is one battalion strong, man. Sharing the wealth any way you look at it. We pretty much reinvest everything. I do myself reinvest the majority of what I have. I was talking to these guys about this yesterday. Back into either the community or building the streams up. So that is the way I do things, and that's the way I enjoy it. So Loki, you are freaking amazing, bro. Thanks for being here again. Never understand why you like it as much as you do here, but I'm so glad you do, bro.
Because I can sit in my garage and talk about the game.
Yeah, bro, with a goddamn Supra.
I don't need the lights in my face, like nothing. I mean, my camera looks like crap, but I mean, we can fix that later. We got the sound kind of taken care of it now. Yeah, man.
Sacrifice.
Thank you guys again.
Cigar, bro.
Only car I like more than the Supra is the GTR.
That's fair. All right, let's get out of here. You guys know how to end this shit. I love you guys. Till next time, we will see you guys. We are one battalion
strong. Battalion.
God damn it.
Strong.
God damn it.
Yes, we did it. Perfect.
Right. Get that shit
Excellent execution, guys.
Oh my God.
Exactly as planned.
Said the guy that was so
good job.
I even hesitated because I knew Wolf was buzzed. God damn it. Oh my God. That was the longest outro of all time.
Crap.
We're doing it Wolf style. Stalling, baby. All right, guys. Peace out. Good to see everybody. Till the next time, do not forget to hit that. Oh, that's the wrong one. We're out. Fuck it. We're gone.
Shut up and sit down.
Mort, we can totally hear your music and your outro and everything through the headphones.
Lame.
It's probably something to do with your GoXLR linking your mapping on the audio.
Oh, they still hear you on the outro too. Look at that ugly son of a bitch at number 4 over there. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. That's Rambam. See you guys. Peace.